You are looking live at Grand Forks Central High School Gymnasium, where tonight the Knights of Grand Forks Central will attempt to improve their playoff position in a night where every team in the league is playing for 2 points in the conference. Yes, even West Fargo Cheyenne and West Fargo Horace, who are just feet apart, will be playing for 2 points in the league tonight for some odd reason. We're not exactly sure why. We just know it's going to happen. Okay, let's see how our sound is. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay then. All right. Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're not ready to start the broadcast just yet because the C Squad match went 22-20 in the third set. So it's another one of those nights in the EDC where we just don't really get this thing going with the schedule. But we're close, so stand by. We'll be with you in uno momento.
The following is a presentation of KNOX Sport.
News Radio 1310 KNOX AM Grand Forks, 107.9 and 103 KNOX FM. Translated on K239BG in Grand Forks and K277DN in Grand Forks.
The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports.
Well, as we've learned to say in volleyball before, better late than never is kind of the way this thing works. And here we are tonight with a pregame report scheduled for 6:30, but we had a C-Squad match that went 3 sets, and it went 22-20 in the third, and everything got late tonight. But we're here. We're at Grand Forks Central, and we're ready for volleyball this evening. And we welcome you to our coverage of Grand Forks Central Knights volleyball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham with you here tonight from Grand Forks Central High School. It's a big one tonight for the Grand Forks Central Knights. The Knights have got to find their way to a couple of points in the Eastern Dakota Conference here down the road, or they're going to cement their situation on the road in the EDC play-in round. And, of course, in that situation, anything can happen, and you're looking to try to extend your season as long as you can go. Standing in their way tonight will be the Fargo North Spartans, a team that has put themselves firmly in the middle of the Eastern Dakota Conference. And with these match and all the matches tonight worth 2 points in the Eastern Dakota Conference, there's a lot on the line for everybody. It's kind of an irregular thing when you see this happen in the EDC, but even West Fargo Cheyenne and West Fargo Horace, two teams that are, yards apart from one another, you might say, they're playing for 2 points because they see each other only once in the EDC this season. And, I'm actually looking forward to the split of volleyball into 3 different classes and getting some teams out of the EDC so these teams can play a little different schedule coming up in 2025. But for now, the 2-point match is part of our reality. And it's a big one tonight for Central. If you win it and you're at home, 2 huge points, 2 huge wins in the league, and you have an opportunity to move on and do some really, really good things trying to nail down that home court advantage in the play-in round of the EDC tournament. But if you drop this one, you're probably going to be on the road in the first round of the tournament as time is beginning to run out. So a lot on the line tonight, and it's senior night for Grand Forks Central tonight as well. So they're going to acknowledge their seniors that they have on the roster this evening. Myra Ori, Lauren Reardon, Greta Gebhard, the 3 seniors that are on the varsity, along with Emily Giroux, rather. So 4 seniors on the varsity tonight that will be honored for Grand Forks Central. So it'll be a fun night of volleyball downtown here in Grand Forks, and we bring it to you tonight courtesy of our premier sports partners, and they include Grand Trailer Sales. Grand Trailer Sales is your home for all things trailer on the east side of East Grand Forks on Highway 2. Grand Trailer Sales can get your trailer up and running again if it's time for repair or time for just some maintenance for that trailer. They have all the parts that you're looking for, and they have a great service department to make that thing run and work again. And if it's time for a new trailer, they have every type of trailer that you're looking for, every sort of model. If you're looking for work, you're looking for recreation, they've got the trailer for you at Grand Trailer Sales. And we bring it to you tonight also courtesy of Rivard's Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. You can find them at rivards.com. There's a difference between working with Rivards and working with the others that are out there. We're talking about science being on their side. Rivard's Turf and Forage is trusted by government entities. When they're looking for a turf and forage project, they contact Rivards. Rivards keeps samples of all the seed varieties that they mix right here in Grand Forks, their mixing plant, and they can change up their varieties with the current growing conditions. So it's not like the one and done effort that you get from the big box stores. You're working with science and you're working locally when you're working with Rivards Turf and Forage. Get a look at all of their premium seed varieties at rivards.com. Lots to do in our pregame report. We'll dive into what we can expect out of Drive for the Title with the matches that are on the line tonight. You can see just how much the standings could be impacted by the matches that happen tonight. That's coming up next in our pregame report, brought to you by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We will also, as we continue through our pregame report tonight, take a look at the players to watch in this one, along with the keys for the matchup and starting lineups in volleyball, now scheduled for, I would guess, somewhere around 7:30 by the time we get a first serve underway tonight. Tonight, it's Grand Forks Central and Fargo North. Eastern Dakota Conference volleyball worth 2 points in the league. On the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. Pregame report continues next.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always...
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com. Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Water.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school volleyball tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Grand Forks Central is at home tonight to entertain Fargo North in a match that's worth 2 wins inside the Eastern Dakota Conference tonight. We're happy to bring it to you this evening as we continue from Central High School with our coverage of high school sports in Grand Forks here this evening. Our drive time to first serve brought to you by Mike's Custom Truck in Northwood and Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. Those of you that are viewing tonight on KNOX Live Sports, you can see that clock is down to 15 and a half minutes before all the pleasantries begin. Of course, in volleyball, we've got to go through a lot of extracurriculars before we get started, so looking at about a 7:30 first serve for this one tonight. Our pregame report is presented this evening by True North Equipment. They are true to your values and ready to serve you in the northern Red River Valley. And it's brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. They make your vision come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. Let's take a look at Drive for the Title, and we'll show you exactly what it is that's on the line tonight in the Eastern Dakota Conference as far as our standings are concerned this evening. And you can see, for those of you that are viewing tonight on KNOX Live Sports, that Fargo Shanley has powered themselves out to a very, very good season. 13-0 inside the Eastern Dakota Conference, and that's saying something because there's some pretty good volleyball teams in this league, but they haven't had a blemish as of yet as far as the league goes. 20-3 in the overall campaign for Fargo Shanley. West Fargo Cheyenne and West Fargo Horace currently tied for second. They'll break that tie tonight, and someone's going to have the overall total hammer tiebreaker because they play for 2 points in the league, and then one team will have head-to-head over the other. So in the long run, somebody's going to end up number 2 tonight. Fargo Davies 9-2. Red River's at home tonight with a record of 7-5 in the league, and they're playing for 2 points against Fargo South, who's currently 6-7. That's going to be a nice match across town down in Midtown, and the winner there going to be in the driver's seat for at least staying in the middle of the pack and looking to host a first-round play-in game. Fargo North here at 6-6, a half game better than West Fargo. Valley City 5-9, Central's 3-10. We've seen them win this year. They knocked off Devils Lake in a match that we had at home. Wapaton, Devils Lake still looking for their first wins in the league, and Valley City, Wapaton, and Devils Lake all exiting the Eastern Dakota Conference after this year and moving on to their next level, which will be in that middle division of volleyball. Tonight, South at Red River, West Fargo's at Wapaton, Valley City's at Fargo Davies, West Fargo Horace is at West Fargo Cheyenne, Fargo Shanley's at Devils Lake. All those matches are worth 2 points in the Eastern Dakota Conference, and North plays here against Grand Forks Central for 2 points in the league as well. When you get done tonight, Central will have played for 15 points. You play for 22. So that tells you there aren't a whole lot of volleyball matches left, and I believe everybody's got another 2-point match left in the league. So before this thing all runs out, we're going to have kind of a photo finish going into this one. But for tonight, you can see that Central, if they're going to try to get into that top 8, which is where you need to be. Right now, they're 3 points behind Fargo South. They're looking for some help tonight from Grand Forks Red River, but they've got to get this one to try to give themselves those 2 points in the league, or they're probably going to be on the road in the play-in round of the Eastern Dakota Conference Tournament. Let's drive for the title tonight. And again, for those of you that are viewing, thank you for being here. For those of you that are catching this on radio, you have the opportunity to take this in on video as well. You can go to KNOX Live Sports, and you'll be able to find it. Go to YouTube, search our YouTube channel, and before we get to first serve, we will have a link for you on KNOXradio.com as well. So stay with us for that. We'll get that taken care of for you. During our next time out, you'll be able to find us on KNOXradio.com. But our YouTube channel is where you can find us on your smart device. So if you have that smart TV at home, you can go ahead and do a search for KNOX TV on your YouTube device. Pull the matchup right there in front of you, and you'll be able to take this one in tonight between Grand Forks Central and Fargo North. And Drive for the Title is brought to you tonight by Toys for Trucks. They are your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks with a full showroom of custom wheels and rims to make that ride look and feel like it's supposed to for you. Take it to the next level. They've also got performance tires, so it will have the handling feel like it looks when you get done tricking it out. And remember, as the weather gets cooler, and I had some frost on my windshield this morning, Toys for Trucks has the high-quality automatic starts that you're looking for to make sure you can start your ride in the morning comfortably as you make your way to work. Toys for Trucks, see them at 6105 Gateway Drive. You can find them online as well. Stop and see them on Highway 2 West in Grand Forks and find out what they can do for you. Our pregame report tonight is brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It is your vision. We make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. And our pregame report brought to you tonight as well by our friends at True North Equipment, true to your values and ready to serve you in the Red River Valley. We've got a timeout. We'll come back with more in our pregame report in just a couple of moments and take you through some of the players to watch in this one. That's on the way next. This is our coverage of high school volleyball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop in to Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school volleyball tonight. It's Grand Forks Central Knights volleyball as the Knights will go up against the Fargo North Spartans on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. Our drive time to first serve tonight, down to 7 minutes, 15 seconds on that clock. And it's brought to you tonight by Mike's Custom Truck in Northwood. They've got a lot of ways to take your truck and make sure that it's working the way it's supposed to and perform the way it's supposed to. And Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. They're happy to be in the community, new to the community, and ready to serve you in Grand Forks. Tonight, the Fargo North Spartans will take on the Grand Forks Central Knights. Our pregame report presented this evening by Signature Graphics and Apparel in East Grand Forks. They make your vision come to life. At Signature Graphics and Apparel, they've got custom etching. I've seen the process done. You can end up with a customized hat in an unbelievably short amount of time, while they make it look like just about anything that you wanted to, along with vinyl signage that they're able to put together, silk screening, embroidery at Signature Graphics and Apparel, and True North Equipment, true to your values, ready to serve you in the upper Red River Valley. Time to get that grass cut, go all the way up to those implements to make sure that your farm is running the right direction. Signature Graphics and Apparel has you covered, and so does True North Equipment. They're here to serve you in the upper Red River Valley when it's time to get that maintenance done, and you've seen their messages where they're out getting the grass cut. Those John Deere products, they do really, really well, and True North Equipment is ready to work with you. Let's take a look at the game fuel that we have for tonight. Our game fuel is brought to you this evening by Circle K with a brand new location on South Washington in Grand Forks. They're pleased to be a part of the community as well. For Grand Forks Central, go right across that front row tonight because Fargo North has got some hitters, and it's going to be up to Lauren Reardon, Greta Gebhard, and J.C. Reardon to come up with a couple of key blocks and really perform well. But it's going to be on the front row tonight. Now, volleyball purists would say your front row cannot maintain if they're not getting good help on the backside with setters and things of that nature. And yeah, that's going to be a big part of it. But tonight, if you're not hitting at a high percentage when you have the opportunity, it's just not going to matter for you. You're going to be up against a really, really solid team up front from Fargo North. So they need that front row to come through. J.C. Reardon, Lauren Reardon, Greta Gebhard, big keys tonight. For Fargo North, Anna Halverson is 6'1", and she's a tremendous middle. But what I've seen from Fargo North, and I had a chance to see them last week, Soleil Berg, when she gets going from the outside, has tremendous range and is just extremely well poised. Soleil Berg is in a great position to do some damage for Fargo North from that outside pin. So she's somebody that you can't overlook despite the fact they can run a couple of 6-footers at the net. Channing Comer is the first of 2 setters that goes out there in a 6'2" look. So she'll be big tonight for Fargo North. They're going to need her to get started early. You've got to get that setter relationship going with your hitters early, and that's why Channing Comer is going to be a big part of this tonight at the setter's position for Fargo North as well. And that's your fuel for the game this evening, brought to you by Circle K. Circle K is new in Grand Forks. They're on South Washington in Grand Forks, and they've got a 24 hours a day, 7 days a week store ready to greet you. Beautiful on the inside. They've got a great frozen food department, a number of beverages you could choose from, and a car wash. All the things you're looking for out of a convenience store that's open 24/7 at Circle K on South Washington in Grand Forks. That is our game fuel for tonight. We continue with our pregame report brought to you by True North Equipment, Signature Graphics and Apparel. We'll take a pause when we come back. We'll talk about the keys to the matchup and get ready for the opening serve of tonight's matchup as well. This is our coverage of high school volleyball. Central at home to take on Fargo North on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school volleyball tonight on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. You can see they're getting ready for a presentation to the seniors that they have here in Grand Forks tonight. I should say, rather, at Grand Forks Central. Maya Ori will be honored this evening. You'll hear the buzzer on each one. Emily Giroux, Lauren Reardon, and Greta Gebhard, the 4 seniors on the Grand Forks Central Knights team. That will be, actually, they're not going to buzzer. That was just the clock running out. They didn't stop that clock. So good to see, though, that we're going to see the teams come out and be acknowledged here tonight, or the seniors be acknowledged here this evening. And fantastic to see that done here tonight for Grand Forks Central. Senior night going on here tonight at Central High School, and glad to have that as part of the presentation tonight as we bring you our pregame report, brought to you tonight by True North Equipment and by Signature Graphics and Apparel. Grand Forks Central and Fargo North getting set to do battle this evening here in the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Let's take a look at those keys for the game that we have for you this evening. Keys to the game tonight brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. And again, it's always hockey season at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Get the edge you're looking for with the precision skate sharpening that they have at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World on South Washington. And they're equipped with all the equipment that you're looking for, no matter the position. They have you covered, whether it's a new stick or new pads, whatever you're looking for. Training devices, they have those as well. And they've also got the other sports covered as well at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. For Central, the keys tonight: put up an aggressive block on those pins. Again, Soleil Berg is very good from the outside, and their middles for Fargo North, even though they're big, they have a little bit of a lower percentage. when it comes down to hitting the ball. So again, big block on the pins will be important tonight. Being aggressive on the mistakes. When I saw Fargo North play, they make some mistakes and they'll free ball the ball over once in a while. Those have got to be points. You can't just play that again. They have to be points. And dig, dig, dig. Central's going to have to dig up some balls tonight and play really good defense in the back row to try to get some extra opportunities against Fargo North. For the Spartans, blocking the middle is going to be important. Central runs so much offense through the middle, and they're very good in that spot. Now, that might open up Lauren Reardon, but J.C. Reardon and Greta Gebhardt are big in the middle, and so having a block there for North will be important. They need to go back and forth across the net, does the Spartans. They need to get to both pins throughout the course of the night tonight. They're going to have to keep both sides open and really try to open that middle up by making sure they've got a threat from one side or from the other side. So that's a big part tonight for North, is to be more balanced in the offensive type of thing. And then using the serve. Central, when they're out of system, sometimes they struggle for some options. And so if you can serve at the setter, you can make her touch the ball first. You've got an opportunity to do some interesting things against this Grand Forks Central team that maybe you wouldn't have the opportunity to do against some others. Those are the keys to the game, and they're brought to you tonight by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season. As the presentation for the seniors continues tonight, we'll take one final break in our pregame report. We'll come back. The national anthem will likely be upon us at that point, and we'll get ready for our starting lineups and the opening serve of tonight's matchup as well. Going to be a fun one. Grand Forks Central at home on senior night. They're going up against the Fargo North Spartans. This is our coverage of high school volleyball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Man of Steel.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Wow, Ram buyers, listen up. Right now, get 22% off all remaining Ram trucks at Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. Yep, you heard right, 22% off. You pick 1500 or heavy duty and save 22% right off the top. Or get 0% for 72 months on select Wrangler, Grand Cherokee, Pacifica, or Dodge Hornet. These are huge discounts and 0% is back. It's a great time to take a test drive. Grab these huge discounts and low financing now at Nelson Auto Center, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school volleyball tonight in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Well, I lied. We're not going to get first serve in this one, going by 7:30. In addition to having to run late this evening due to the C squad, we have a situation where lots of speakers from the Grand Forks Central team to acknowledge their seniors tonight. So that continues at this point. And, you know, just one thing about it, certainly love the senior presentation. One of the things that we could do as far as rules at this sub-varsity level of volleyball would be to perhaps move those matches along a little bit better so these don't get so late at night, maybe not going extra points and putting some time limits on those sub-varsity matches, that type of thing. I know some things have been talked about along those lines, but we've never really seemed to be able to get to that point as far as making those changes and trying to keep the schedules running a little bit more quickly. We're about to have the national anthem, at least I believe we're about to have the national anthem, and we'll have our starting lineups coming up here in just a couple of moments as well as Grand Forks Central gets set to battle Fargo North. Tomorrow night we'll be in action with football over at East Grand Forks. It's the regular season finale for the Green Wave as they take on Detroit Lakes, and we'll be back at Cushman on Thursday for the number 1 versus number 2 matchup between Red River and West Fargo Horace in football. But first, our national anthem from this one, and we'll come back with our starting lineups in volleyball next. Do stay with us on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. We're back with starting lineups next.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Welcome back to our coverage of high school volleyball tonight in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports tonight at Central High. It's Grand Forks Central, the Knights, going up against the Fargo North Spartans in a matchup that's worth 2 points in the Eastern Dakota Conference. The Spartans come into this matchup with a record of 6-6 inside the EDC. Grand Forks Central is currently 3-10 inside the conference. Our pregame report tonight has been brought to you this evening by Signature Graphics and Apparel. They make your vision come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. And by True North Equipment, true to your values and ready to serve you in the upper Red River Valley. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's matchup. Our starting lineups this evening are brought to you by Franson Bank and Trust. Real people, real results, FransonBank.com. Tonight, the libero for Fargo North will be Grace Thiel, a 5'5 senior. Starting center will be Channing Comer, a 5'6 senior. The outside hitter positions tonight: Soleil Berg is a 5'9 senior. Sienna Swanson is a 5'9 senior. Tonight on the right side of this lineup for Fargo North is going to be, let's see, where'd it go? Oh yeah, here we go. We got a new one in there, Kate Montplaisir, who's moving up from the junior varsity tonight. She's not even on the varsity roster, but Andrea Hummel, the head coach of the Spartans, deciding to move a player over, so not on the roster, but Kate Montplaisir will get started at the opposite hitter's position coming up tonight. In the middle will be Olivia Hammes, a 5'8 senior, and Anna Halverson, a 6'1 sophomore. Forward, did I say Andrea? My apologies, force of habit. Rachel Hummel, the head coach of the Fargo North Spartans. Tonight for Grand Forks Central, the starting libero will be Piper Severson, a junior. The starting setter is Rowan Olmstead, also a junior. The hitters' positions tonight. The right side hitter will be Maya Ori, one of those seniors that was honored tonight. The outside hitter spot will be Emily Giroux, also a senior this evening, also an outside hitter. Lauren Reardon, a senior. And the two middles tonight, J.C. Reardon, a junior, and Greta Gebhard, a senior. The head coach of the Grand Forks Central Knights is Brandon Walters. Starting lineups are brought to you this evening by Franson Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. FransonBank.com. Thank you for joining us for our pregame report. Thank you for joining us for high school volleyball this evening. And now we're set to get this one going. A full 32-33 minutes behind schedule tonight. Again, don't mean to harp on it. Obviously, those of you on the radio side that were looking for the broadcast, you kind of got lost waiting for it here. But not much we can do. We're just kind of held hostage to when that thing gets done. But as an official in the past, I've always kind of wondered to myself, okay, is there a possibility that we could perhaps do something different with those sub-varsity matches to try to keep the night going a little bit closer to on schedule? But nonetheless, here we are. We're going to see Fargo North serving to get things started tonight. Channing Comer will be doing the serving for the Spartans. Grand Forks Central to receive, and we're underway with volleyball tonight as J.C. Reardon will make the first pass. The ball ends up on the right side for Giroux, sent back to Fargo North by Giroux. Spartans will tip it back across with Olivia Hammes. Now right side, Ori getting off a block and scoring. Maya Ori powering through a block attempt, and Grand Forks Central have the opening rally tonight and lead it by a score of 1-0. Emily Giroux will step back to do the serving for Grand Forks Central to start their night tonight. Giroux sends one kind of sidewinding to their side. It hit the sideline. It'll be an ace for Emily Giroux. So Maya Ori comes up with a kill, and Emily Giroux comes up with an ace to get their night started. 2-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central over Fargo North tonight. We'll see Giroux standing by, ready to go again. Giroux to the far side of the floor. Be passed up by Soleil Berg, getting her first attempt tonight, and a block at the net. That was Greta Gebhard getting up to take that block and make it happen. Be sent back on a free ball by Fargo North up front. Big powering play for Grand Forks Central's J.C. Reardon. Reardon comes up with her first kill. 3-0 Knights on the all-true scoreboard. Good start for Grand Forks Central on that one tonight with J.C. Reardon going up and finding that ball. And like we said, you've got to hit accurately and early if you're going to do it against this Fargo North team. Grace Steele making the pass. Big play up front. Halverson gets blocked at the net. Big block up front for Grand Forks Central. They needed it. Maya Ori teaming up front with J.C. Reardon. Each of them will get a piece of that block, and it's 4-0. Grand Forks Central has taken 4 to start the night. Giroux serving, low line drive serve to the near side, taken by Hammes. It'll be out to the outside for Fargo North coming from Sienna Swanson. Big play down the middle from Reardon. Good dig out of the back row, and Swanson again up and over traffic and long. Actually, it was Hammes that hit it. It'll be 5-0 in favor of Grand Forks Central. A moment ago on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, watch the block that gets going right in the middle of the net between Ori and Reardon. That's the first play to Halverson in the middle. They went up and got that one easily and made it look good for Grand Forks Central. At that time, a 4-0 lead. They lead 5-0, and another swing here by Reardon that gets stuffed at the net. Point will go to Fargo North, their first opportunity tonight. Block for Anna Halverson. That will get things going for the Spartans this evening, get them on the board. And the Knights are back with, or rather the Spartans are within 4 by a score of 5-1. And we'll see Olivia Hammes doing the serving. It's a deep serve, but played. This is going to be deflected wide. Central sending in Julia Bibby, a junior in the back row, and Bibby unable to come up with a pass on that serve. It'll be an ace and a point for Fargo North. Hammes has her first scoring tonight, 5-2. Fargo North back within 3. Pass comes right back over and slammed on a free ball up front. Soleil Berg went up and killed that after Piper Severson sent that across and turned it into a free ball. And Fargo North very quickly has responded and has cut the lead to 2. It's 5-3. Fargo North down 2 in the opening set. Olivia Hammes to do the serving again. Another play by Bibby trying to get a pass on this. She does. They'll come to the outside. Reardon tipping across traffic. Taken out of the back row by Grace Thiel for Fargo North. Hammis will spin it back over, free ball style. Another play by Reardon, hit it wide. Lauren Reardon trying to get into the act that time and sent it beyond the far sideline. Another point to North, and it's been a night of streaks so far. Fargo North has now won 4 rallies in a row after Grand Forks Central won 5 to start the night. Hammis serving. Taken off the far side by the Knights from Bibby and sent across by Maya Ori on the right pin. This will be set middle. Halverson attacking middle and scoring. Anna Halverson has her first kill. 5 in a row now for Fargo North as well, and the big lead to start the night for the Spartans, rather for the Knights, is gone, and we're tied at 5. Hammis serving again. Play out of the back row by Severson. Attack coming off the near side from Reardon from the outside pin. Be sent back to Soleil Berg on Fargo North's outside. Severson got to that. Back to the outside for Reardon. Soleil Berg first contact. Back set to the near side and a miss hit by Sienna Swanson. Point will go to Central. Spartans were trying to swing this back to the right pin, just didn't quite come up with a roll. And we'll see Olivia Hammis stepping out of the lineup, and Fargo North will replace her with Gretchen Snowden, a 5'3" freshman. Piper Severson goes back to serve for Grand Forks Central. The Knights up 1 on the Ultra scoreboard. Halverson, big bruising kill right down the middle. That's the type of game that Fargo North is going to play tonight, and that's going to tie it up at 6 apiece. Halverson getting free and coming up with a play that she was looking for, and she's such an outstanding offensive weapon. She's in the back row. When I saw North play last week, her in the back row led to a little different offensive role from these Spartans. Ori over on the right side pin. Just barely dug up. Ball sent back towards the right side again for Fargo North. Played middle. Gebhard getting up and scoring. Greta Gebhard with her first kill on a tip. And the Knights will take a 7-6 lead over Fargo North. Good battles so far. 5 in a row for the Knights, 5 in a row for the Spartans. And since then, a little side-out action going on here. Jade Naughton, a junior, will step in to serve for Grand Forks Central. Naughton, good hard serve, taken back row by Gretchen Snowden off the right side. Swanson sending one across. Central struggling to play it. It was Naughton that made the pass, and Bibby left a free ball this back over. Soleil Berg from the outside over traffic. Severson got a pass on it. It'll be played back over by Naughton, stepping into another free ball to the middle. Block at the net. Big block by Gebhard. That was a swing that came from Montplaisir. Now it's Gebhard attacking and scoring. Gebhard got a block, got one back, and then put that one down. And Greta Gebhard with her second kill here in the opening set gives Central a 2-point lead by a score of 8-6. Jade Naughton steps back in to serve. For Grand Forks Central, it's a service error. First one of the night. And so the point will go to Fargo North on the side out. And the Spartans will send in Carrie Osier, a 6'1" senior. They do their usual switch here. And this is going to bring Olivia Hammis. Correction, not Hammis. It should not be Hammis that's back there. This is Claire Carr that steps in as the setter now for Fargo North in the back row. Up front, an attack from Gebhardt. Touched. Fargo North plays it, comes back towards the near side for Osier, sending one across, 2 hands open. Back to the right side, swing for Grand Forks Central. Sydney Tollefson, a junior that stepped in as an outside player here. She hit that from the right. Central handling it again. Back to Tollefson, right pin into the net. And the point to the Spartans will tie things up at 8 apiece. So Kate Montplaisir in that front row role here for Fargo North as Coach Hummel continues to try to stretch her depth. Claire Carr, from what we understood, played a little bigger role in the setting game early in the season, but they're in a 6-2 right now, and it seems to be a situation that really suits Fargo North. Soleil Berg powers through a touch and scores. Second point for Soleil Berg, second kill rather. The Knights did what they had to do there. They got a nice block formed against Fargo North's outside, but Soleil Berg going right into it with a lot of confidence and scoring through it. Claire Carr's serve hits the back line. It's an ace. That's a tough break for Grand Forks Central. They thought perhaps that would go long, and Claire Carr comes up with an ace. Second ace of the opening set for Fargo North. And very quickly, the Spartans have won 4 more rallies in a row, and they take a 10-8 first set lead. Carr serving again, and another tough play. Bibby reaching back to touch it. Comes up empty. Brandon Walters pacing the sideline. Not sure if he's going to ask for the stoppage here or not, but Central has become somewhat flat-footed defensively here. And we're going to see another serve from Carr. Taken up out of the back row for the Knights by Severson. Bibby will have to free ball this back over. North playing it. They go to the outside for Soleil Berg on a tip. J.C. Reardon covered. Gebhard in the middle. Long. Touched. Nope. Point will go to Fargo North. And that's going to bring a timeout to Grand Forks Central. The Knights will call for a stoppage, as this one's got to be a tough one situation already for Grand Forks Central. Down now by a score of 12-8 on the All-True scoreboard here in the first. We have a timeout for Big Jim's Tire and for Apex Apparel. This is our coverage of high school volleyball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school volleyball. Lauren Reardon out of the timeout for Grand Forks Central, attacking right pin. Near side, this will be Ozier trying to play over for Fargo North. Knights able to save it. Reardon will free ball one over into a joust at the net. Up to get it, Lauren Reardon. There's a block for Grand Forks Central's Lauren Reardon. And the Knights will take a point back on the side out and cut the lead to 3 by a score of 12-9. Lauren Reardon will step back to do the serving now for Grand Forks Central. Been a night of runs, but Fargo North went on an untimely 5-rally run there. Coming back from down 2 to take a 3-point lead. Now they'll lead by 4. Actually, down 2 to take a 4-point lead. They won 6 in a row. They'll be back up 4 on a service error. The second of the night from Grand Forks Central as Reardon sent one long. Soleil Berg to the back row to serve for Fargo North. Reardon down to make the pass. Gebhardt's been big tonight. But a play that Claire Carr right in the middle of the floor. That's a good pass. And a back row attack from Berg. Covered. This goes to the far side of the floor off the right. Tipped across by Sydney Tollefson. Near side of the floor, Hammis for Fargo North. Second contact try coming across the net that time from Jade Naughton for the Knights. And here's Ozier from the right pin. Naughton was able to dig that up. Again, Tollefson. A dig out of the back by Carr. And Ozier will send it across on a free ball. Spirited rally. Up front, Gebhardt blocked at the net. And it's Montplaisir that went up to get it. Kate Montplaisir coming up with a block for Fargo North in a timely spot. And the Spartans now lead by a 5-point margin at 14-9. Serve on the way into the net. And the point will go to Grand Forks Central. That's the first service error for Fargo North tonight. Lead cut to 4 at 14-10. And Greta Gebhardt will go beyond the service line to do the honors here for Grand Forks Central. Gebhardt serving, line drive, taken back row by a tough play from Soleil Berg. Hammis through a touch will score. Olivia Hammis with her first kill. The Spartans have been outside heavy in their offense tonight, and that's one of the surprises. Of course, Halverson, that was her back row rotation. They might be a little bit more apt on this rotation to find the middle now with both Ozier and Halverson on the floor at the same time. Here's a let's serve coming in from Audrey Rydell. It'll be free balled back over by Grand Forks Central. Back set, Ozier down. Big kill for Ozier. Carrie Ozier coming out to the right pin. And she's able to make something happen for the Spartans. And all of a sudden, Fargo North is on top by a half a dozen. A score of 16-10. And the serve from Emery Summers, who also steps up from the JV tonight for Fargo North. Tollefson attacking. Summers trying to get to it, can't. And Sydney Tollefson will come in with a point for the Knights on a side out. Tollefson with her first tonight. Yeah, 3 from the JV tonight. Emery Summers, Marin Nelson, junior and sophomore respectively. And then Kate Montplaisir comes up from the JV and starts this evening. And this is a fairly good Fargo North team, but Andrea Hummel trying to round out her team here at the latter portion of the Eastern Dakota Conference regular season schedule. Soleil Berg to pass. Ogier, big hammer. Off the right side, Carrie Ogier with her second kill here in the set. And Ogier makes it a 6-point lead for Fargo North, 17-11. We'll see that one again in the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Just good side-out volleyball here from Fargo North. Ogier waiting from the right side, just a hammer right down in front of the defense. And you have to respect that play and what they can do with their athletes. Here's a free ball that's eaten up by Halverson. That's going to clear the net, sent back, and now a free ball back the other way that J.C. Reardon takes a swing at. Back to the right side again. Swanson sends one over. That was a let. Up front, Reardon blocked. Lauren Reardon was able to cover the block. Back to the outside. Tough play for Giroux. She got out and hit it. Emily Giroux comes up with a play from the outside on a good spirited rally again, and it was catapulted for Grand Forks Central by a block. 17-12, lead cut to 5. Emily Giroux back to serve for Grand Forks Central. Handled on a retreat by Grace Thiel. To the outside, Swanson. A reach out to get that one, and here's a double coming up. You can see that coming. Dale Elfman is our R1 tonight, and he watches the doubles rather closely, and that ball kind of had a really funny trajectory off of the setter's hands and went straight back towards the back row. When you see that kind of spin, you're going to get the double call usually, and that's a good one to be made there. Into a joust on a free ball return. Halverson was there. I don't know that she really got a block on this. I think it just fell on the Grand Forks Central side. Lead out to 7 for Fargo North at 19-12 here in the opening set. Serve again coming from Olivia Hammes. Grand Forks Central looking for a play here. Tollefson will tip from the right pin. Covered by Fargo North. Back set again. Swanson from the right side will score. Sierra Swanson has her first kill. And we see Fargo North in the red zone now. 20-12, first to 20. The opening set. Red zone brought to you by RBB Electric. On call, on time, online. RBBElectric.com. Pass goes into a free ball. Halverson eats it up. Anna Halverson with her third kill. And all of a sudden it's 21-12 on the Altru scoreboard. North on top. Scoreboard updates brought to you by Altru. Regular screenings with Altru's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment by visiting altru.org or call 780-5000. Olivia Hammes with an ace. Timeout Central. 22-12, the Knights by 10 on that Altru scoreboard. We'll continue after a timeout for Big Jim's Tire and Apex Apparel on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Timeout taken by Grand Forks Central. The Knights are down 22-12 on the Altru scoreboard here in the opening set. It's been a tough first set after the first handful of rallies for Grand Forks Central. They led 8-6, but it's gotten away since then. Here's a swing by Maya Ori that goes into the net. Knights led 8-6. Since then, we're talking about 17 of 21 rallies that have been won by Fargo North. Olivia Hammes continues to serve. A reach by Bibby to get underneath that ball. Up front, big swing from Reardon. Touched, and Fargo North can play it. Soleil Berg from the outside, blocked. Big cover by Hammes out of the back row. Right side, Swanson through traffic will score. That's a disappointing rally for Central. Got the block they were looking for, and instead, it's now set point for Fargo North. So the Knights will have to fend off a whole bunch of points from Fargo North to try to come back here in the opening set. Serve on the way from Hammes, back row. Reach out by Bibby, set middle. The attack from Reardon, hammer it. J.C. Reardon coming up with her second kill tonight. Probably the best swing of the night for Grand Forks Central up front. J.C. Reardon with a spark here at the end of the opening set. And it's now 24-13. Lead cut to 11. And Central will send back Piper Severson to do the serving. Low serve in the middle, a dive covered it. Soleil Berg from the 10-foot line gets around traffic and puts it away. Soleil Berg with her third kill, and that's going to bring us to the end of the opening set. 25-13 on the All-True scoreboard. Central drops the first as we go to our intermission report. Brought to you tonight by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. And we'll come back with our highlights from the opening half, or rather opening set next. This is our coverage of high school volleyball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school volleyball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Our intermission report brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. 25-13, the Spartans take the first set over Grand Forks Central tonight. Let's take a look at our plays of the set in the opening set, brought to you by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net. Things got started pretty well for Grand Forks Central. Went on a 5-rally run to get things started, including a block against Anna Halverson, the big hitter for Grand Forks, or rather for Fargo North in that sequence. But the Spartans started to find their role. Remember, we said Halverson got blocked. Here, Halverson won't, right down the middle of the floor. Halverson getting into her range, which is what Fargo North really wants to come up with. And then when they can have her and also Carrie Osier on the floor at the same time, a couple of 6-1s, you'll see her bottom of your screen, right pin, puts it down. And those are the plays of the set. And that opening set brought to you by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net. 25-13, Soleil Berg led the way with 3 kills. Anna Halverson, 3 kills and a block for Fargo North. Central, 2 kills and a block from J.C. Reardon, 2 kills for Greta Gemhardt. And that is your intermission summary, and it's brought to you tonight by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. A slide to the right pin for Halverson, which is a bit rare. Giroux trying to play down the middle. Soleil Berg, first contact. Back to Hammes into the net. And the point will go to Central to get the second set started. Knights took the first 5 in the opening set tonight and then really struggled to find a roll after that. A step back for Rowan Olmstead, who will do the serving here for Grand Forks Central. Taken back row, and the attack coming from Swanson is long. Grace Thiel making a good pass that time. Good passer for Fargo North. Thiel is senior. It's a senior-heavy group for Fargo North at this point, but they've got some youth that really have a bright future. Anna Halverson, their 6'1" hitter, just a sophomore. They started Montplaisir tonight up at the net. Swanson attacking, got through a touch from Central and will score. There's a play for Sienna Swanson, her 3rd kill tonight. Carrie Osier, though, a senior. Sienna Swanson, Olivia Hammes, Channing Comer, Soleil Berg, Grace Thiel. This is a Fargo North team built for success now, and 6-6 in the league at this point. So they're looking to find a stride here at the end of the season. Little tip from Fargo, actually from Grand Forks Central. Coming on the right side from Giroux. Now up front, Halverson threw a touch and scoring. Anna Halverson now with 4 tonight. And Fargo North has a 2-2 tie with Grand Forks Central in the matchup here in set number 2. Leading by a set to none on the All-True scoreboard, taking the first 25-13. Gebhard standing, too much ball. Yeah, illegal contact's going to be called on that play against Greta Gebhard. We'll show you the play here in a moment so you can see what it is that Dale Eltman cued in on. I like the call, and we don't see that call enough in high school volleyball, the little catch and throw. And that was a good one to get Gebhard on in that situation. Here's an attack off a touch that will score for number 6, Sydney Tollefson. Take a look at that play once again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. And you're going to see Greta Gebhard in the middle of the floor here, and watch the contact she has with that right hand. That was a bit behind her, and yeah, just a push that time. But so often that does not get called at our level, and it needs to be called more often. Swanson attacking. Taken up back row by Rowan Olmstead. Tollefson, right pin, trying to go long. A reach to play it for North, and Soleil Berg turns into a play down the middle. Tollefson again swinging. Good swing from Tollefson, but a big dig that was made for Fargo North that will turn into a score. Channing Comer dug that up, and they swing that out to Soleil Berg, who has her 4th kill of the night. Fargo North takes a 4-3 lead. Fargo North will serve. It'll be Anna Halverson in the back row again. This is where the Spartans, they don't stagnate, but they're a little different. But Halverson serving, big serve. It caught Severson off guard. Knight's lucky to get that back over. Swanson attacking, and that's going to be down. And Sienna Swanson's having a nice night. That's 4 kills for Sienna Swanson tonight for Fargo North, and she's performing above average for this Spartan team right now, really finding a home on that outside pin. Halverson to step back and serve again for the Spartans. Serve down the middle, backing up on that was Severson. Played to the near side, Gebhard going across, correction, not Gebhard rather. And a block up front by Gebhard. That was after Lauren Reardon sent it over. Greta Gebhard will come up with her first block tonight. And the Knights will cut the lead to 1, score 5-4. On the Ultra scoreboard, Piper Severson stepping back to serve again for Central. Backing up Maya, or actually not Ori, but rather that was backing up Gretchen Snowden back into the matchup to take up that pass for Fargo North. It's back on the Fargo North side. Swanson, an aggressive play from beyond the attack line. And 5 kills for Sienna Swanson. I don't think that Central expected Swanson to get that nice of a play from beyond the 10-foot line. She did a really nice job of finding the middle on a ball that was awkwardly set to her. Claire Carr will step into the matchup for Grand Forks Central, and that one's going to go beyond the back line. Service error. Second service error tonight for Fargo North. 6-5 here in the second. Grand Forks Central within 1. It was close early in the first set as well. Central led 8-6, then gave up 6 rallies in a row to go down 4, and from there, Fargo North ran away at one point, capturing 17 of 21 rallies. Here's the 3rd service error of the night for Grand Forks Central, coming from Jade Naughton. And the lead back to 2 at 7-5. North closed that out. Again, down 8-6, they closed it out, winning of 19 of 24 rallies to take that first set 25-13. Little pop off the near side from Maya Ori. Back row, Soleil Berg running up, now going to free ball one over. A step in for Grand Forks Central, and Maddie Euler, an opportunity. Correction, Marley Euler, a sophomore stepping into the matchup for Central. Boy, both teams tonight are having an opportunity to stretch out their depth a little bit, but Fargo North gets a block and leads it by a score of 8-5. And North will serve again. Back row, Severson was there for Grand Forks Central. Reardon tipping. First contact, Carrie Osier. Comes back towards the middle, Hammis attacking. That'll go long. And the Knights will get one back, and they're back within 2 by a score of 8-6. Scoreboard updates brought to you by Altru. Regular screenings with Altru's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org. Call 780-5000. Lauren Reardon serving for Grand Forks Central. Ozier right side, nearly found it, but a good play by Reardon to dig it up into a joust that's won by North. Central playing it, right side Ori into the net. Big play by Ozier that time. Time for the match look-in, brought to you by Vegan Construction. Designers, builders, engineers, quality work since 1938. 5 kills for Sienna Swanson. 4 kills and a block for Anna Halverson. 4 kills for Soleil Berg. 2 kills and a block for Greta Gebhardt for Grand Forks Central. And 2 kills and a block for J.C. Reardon, but not enough to deal with the role that Fargo North has been on offensively tonight as they lead it a 7-0 and now lead 10-6 here in the second. And that is your game look-in, brought to you tonight by Vegan Construction. Quality work in the area since 1938. Ori right pin tipping. That's going to score my Ori with her second kill tonight for Central. Spartan lead cut to 3 by a score of 10-7. And J.C. Reardon will step back and do the serving here for the Knights. Reardon ready, line drive taken by Soleil Berg, back row. Set middle, Halverson attacking down. Anna Halverson with her 5th. Halverson has been a key factor, and again, coming up with some big numbers tonight as she makes her way back to the front row. And now Sienna Swanson is going to return as well. Back into the matchup for Fargo North will be Channing Comer. They continue their 6-2. Comer takes over that setting responsibility again. Not in setting here for Gebhardt. And Gebhardt finds her way through from the outside. Greta Gebhardt with 3 kills tonight. And Gebhardt kind of experimenting with the outside pin a little bit. Usually camps middle, maybe a little right. A lot of blocking, but that time Gebhardt had a play designed for her to get to the outside pin. Rowan Olmstead with a let's serve ace. Rowan Olmstead with her first ace tonight. And it's now a 2-point lead for Fargo North at 11-9 over Grand Forks Central. And Olmstead stands ready to serve once again. Serve on the way over. Taken back row, and up front Halverson blocked, and how about that? Greta Gebhardt getting up for a big block again for Grand Forks Central. We saw Gebhardt here against Devils Lake, and she, along with J.C. Reardon, began to really show you what they could do as far as that middle position, and Gebhardt comes up with something big there for Grand Forks Central. Here's another let's serve. Halverson able to play it off the net. Back out to the right, Hammis got blocked. It's covered by North. Back to the pin, hit the antenna on the set from Halverson. You can kind of see, I mean, all the physical tools are there for Fargo North, but those are the types of situations where the Shanleys, the Cheyennes, the Horaces are going to be a step ahead of Fargo North right now. When we're out of system, what do we do? Halverson setting that time, maybe not as comfortable in that spot. They're going to need a big game from Halverson doing some things like that to come up with kind of some upset wins when they get into tournament time. Soleil Berg getting around contact up front. Ball back to the near side of the floor. An attack coming that time from Giroux. Back to Hammis going up and over traffic. That will score. Olivia Hammis has her second kill. And the Spartan lead. Right now they have a 12-11 on the scoreboard. The Knights may have come back and tied that for a moment. I guess I didn't really notice that the Knights had worked their way back into a tie matchup here in the second set. Severson there for a pass, near side, big swing right down the sideline for Sydney Tollefson coming out to the outside. Tollefson's had a couple of nice plays tonight for Grand Forks Central. And Tollefson getting a lot of action from the right pin tonight. That time they bring her out to the outside, and this thing is tied up at 12 apiece here in the second set. Back set right side, Swanson. Good pass from Rowan Olmstead to keep that afloat. Reardon stepping into a tip. Soleil Berg first contact. Halverson in the middle didn't get the set she was looking for. Olmstead kept it up. Tollefson around traffic, scores again. And Sydney Tollefson with 4 kills all of a sudden has made it a 13-12 1-point Grand Forks Central lead in the matchup. Volleyball got away, and so we'll see Soleil Berg go out to pick it up for Fargo North. So the Knights will serve. They found a little bit of a roll here And they'll serve up an ace, just not played in the back row, and this Fargo North team is having a moment here. And we're going to see an official's timeout for a moment. Not sure what the official's timeout is for here. Looks like maybe another ball came in to play here that they weren't expecting to see. So an official stoppage. And now Grand Forks Central will serve, leading 14-12, now 14-13 on their fourth service error tonight. But good little stand there by Grand Forks Central to come back and make this a very competitive second set. 14-13, Central leading by 1, and this is where Anna Halverson will rotate to the back row, so there's an opportunity here for the Knights with Halverson in the back. The block maybe not as big up front right now. Tollefson again over traffic. Halverson making the pass for North. Up front, Soleil Berg getting around some contact. That's taken out of the back row by Central. Tollefson tipping. A dive kept it afloat. Montplaisir tried to send it over. We've got a double coming up against Montplaisir. The point to Central. And we're going to see Halverson step off the floor as their libero for Fargo North. Grace Thiel will come in. Central has got North in a bad way here. North down 2 to Central, and the Knights have Halverson's position in the back row. We'll see how North responds. Soleil Berg tipping. Good run to get to that for Lauren Reardon, and Severson dives at a ball to keep it afloat. It's a free ball with play on. Soleil Berg from the outside got blocked. Reardon got up to get that. Swanson will send it across on a tip for Fargo North. Back to the near side. Lauren Reardon with a tip. Soleil Berg was there to cover. Swanson trying to punch towards the middle. Severson made first contact. Tollefson again from the outside. Good cover out of the back row by Gretchen Snowden. Soleil Berg tipping middle. And there's Severson laying out to get one again. Little tip back over that time from Reardon. North's out of sorts. This point will go to Central. Andrea Hummel is up, the head coach for the Spartans. Not calling the timeout yet, as the Knights in a key point here in the matchup have taken a 16-13 second set lead. Severson serving. Soleil Berg the pass, gets it back, outside pin block. That could have been 4. The crowd wants 4, they're not going to get it. It's be sent back across by Gretchen Snowden for Fargo North. Tollefson from the right pin. Snowden again out of the back row. It stays in the back row for Thiel, and Swanson hit it long. And that's going to force Andrea Hummel to take the timeout as the Knights have taken a 4-point lead here in the second set. Central's found some defense. It's 17-13. Knights by 4 in the second on the All-True scoreboard. Spartans leading a set to none. Timeout for Apex Apparel and Big Jim's Tire. We'll be back with more in a moment on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network at KNOX Live Sports.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Timeout taken by Fargo North with the Knights leading 17-13 in the second. Swanson attacking out of the timeout and scoring. She has her 6th. Grand Forks Central's found a really nice night here in the second set from Sydney Tollefson, who's come out and done a nice job running that outside position. They've swung her to the outside of the opposite both times. She's been a really good right pin hitter, but tonight found her role on the outside. Central's put up a couple of blocks, and they've changed a little fortune here in the interior of the second set. Tough set here, though, coming from Rowan Olmstead. Could have been a 4. Instead, Grand Forks Central gets to fight on. A block up front from Montplaisir, and then a touch, and Claire Carr gets first contact here. Soleil Berg into the net. And the point's going to go to Grand Forks Central. There may be a block on that for J.C. Reardon. We'll be generous and give her her second block tonight, and the lead back to 4 at 18-14. So it's an 18-14 second set. And Jade Naughton will come back into the matchup for Grand Forks Central. Naughton standing ready, hard line drive serve, taken back row by Grace Thiel. Back set, right side, Soleil Berg hit it long. Central leads by 5, looking to take the second set in this matchup. Bring it back to all even if they can get to that point. Central ready, and the serve on the way again from Naughton. Tough play out of the back row. Boy, Fargo North is kind of falling apart here. All of a sudden, play coming over from Gretchen Snowden. Beset middle, little punch down the middle. J.C. Reardon with her third kill this evening. And Central has made it to the RBB Electric red zone. Brought to you by RBB Electric. On call, on time, online. RBBelectric.com. Jade Naughton serving. Back row, taken in the back by Grace Thiel. Set outside Osier. Big swing. How about that for a pass? And then Central, a collision up front that forced Tollefson to send it over. And Soleil Berg got to make a play and put it down for her 5th kill. Boy, that's unfortunate for Central. They had a good rally going, but there was a collision between Naughton and Tollefson that pushed Tollefson into the ball. And Tollefson had to quickly adjust and just put it over. Soleil Berg will serve for Fargo North. And a misplay out of the back row by Central's Marley Euler. Stays ready. And a windmill to send it across by Maya Ori on a free ball. To the right side, Osier finding room. Carrie Osier comes up with her 3rd kill tonight for the Spartans. And the Knights lead is cut to 4 at 20-16. If you're Brandon Walters, where do you start thinking about a timeout if this continues? Piper Severson backing into a pass up front. Gebhardt missing the near sideline. They want to touch to Central. They're not going to get it. Lead cut to 3 at 20-17. So far, Brandon Walters does not take the timeout. And Soleil Berg will serve again for Fargo North. Severson backing up. Little pass coming up front. That time from Reardon for Grand Forks Central, trying to get the offense going. Berg out of the back row. Sends one over. Central doesn't respond to it. That may necessitate the timeout. Lead cut to 2 at 20-18. Brandon Walters pacing the sideline. He's going to ask for it here. Timeout by Central as the Knights lead has dwindled to 2. 20-18 Central in the second, with North leading a set to none. We'll come back after a timeout for Big Jim's Tire, your #1 ag tire dealer in the region, and Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround, family-owned promotional shop in Grand Forks. This is our coverage of high school volleyball. We're back with more in a moment.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with Harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school volleyball. Fargo North loses a joust at the net coming out of the Grand Forks Central timeout. The Knights had a big lead. It dwindled to 2, and Central called for timeout. The Knights are down by a score of a set to none, dropping the first 25-13. Now leading 21-18 in the second. Lauren Reardon serving for Grand Forks Central. Soleil Berg in the back row to Carrie Osier, who did a nice job standing from the attack line to get that across with a little bit of gusto. Tip coming up from Naughton. This will be left in the back row. Again for Soleil Berg, just reading the floor and picking a spot. Naughton went back to get to it. Will free ball it back over. Berg the pass, back to the right side. Osier off of some touch. Naughton was able to turn back into that ball. Right side again, and down the far sideline for Maya Ori, who comes up with her 3rd kill. Lead back to 4 for Central at 22-18. And Lauren Reardon will step back and serve again for the Knights. Reardon standing ready. Serve on the way over. A layout to get to it out of the back row that time for Fargo North's libero Grace Thiel. Off to the right, attack coming again from Maya Ori. She swung pretty well tonight. An attack from Hammes, partially blocked, or actually touched, we should say. Back row for Lauren Reardon to free ball one over for Fargo North. A step by Thiel. Hammes from the outside, tipping. Central able to cover. Reardon put it into the net. Tried to put some touch on it. They're going to rule 4 contacts. And this is going to bring Anna Halverson back into the matchup. And as Halverson comes back in, the Spartans are within 3, and this could be a game changer for Fargo North as they get Halverson back into the front row. Serve on the way from Grace Thiel. Ori on the right side, got around traffic. Thiel was able to step into the pass. Right side, Ogier. Severson to make that pass. Be set to the near side. Could have been a double. Generous call there as Central will get to keep playing it. Ogier free balls into the net. Big play that time. 23-19. The lead is back to 4. Another timeout for Fargo North. So the Knights will call for timeout. It's a timeout brought to you this evening by Big Jim's Tire. They are your #1 ag tire dealer in the region. And during this time of the year where the harvest is ongoing, and we've got one more go-around with corn, right? Although some of that's happening. But if you have a tire issue when it comes down to your harvest, you need Big Jim's Tire. Find them North Grand Forks on Gateway, the #1 ag tire supplier in the region. And our timeout's brought to you by Apex Apparel. Apex Apparel is your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. They're family owned. You can find them on Demers. They do all of their work locally, and they've got items to go along with their apparel. So if you're going to a trade show, if you're going and needing some signage, they've got you covered at Apex Apparel, along with all the things that you're looking for your team or business. Apex Apparel, your hometown family-owned promotional shop in Grand Forks. Timeout taken by North. Central leading by 4 at 23-19. J.C. Reardon, good serve. Soleil Berg the pass. Halverson getting through a touch from Gebhard. This comes back to the outside. A tip coming across from Giroux. Fargo North now struggling to find a way to play it. And their setter, Claire Carr, has to send it back over. Second contact. Nice tempo up front. Grand Forks Central with a kill to bring up set point. And the Knights have an opportunity to take the set and even the matchup. J.C. Reardon standing ready. Hard line drive serve. Berg, a tough pass on this. It goes to the outside, and Hammes will have to push it over. A chance for the Knights. Right side, the attack coming that time from Ori. It was blocked. This will come back to the middle now. Gebhard gets blocked, covers her own block, and Ori sends it deep. Soleil Berg is there. The tip from Halverson. This will be covered up front by Giroux. Ori tipping to the middle. Thiel steps into that. It stays back row. Soleil Berg down the middle, and Jade Naughton will step into the pass. This is free balled over. Halverson gets blocked by Gebhard. Back towards the right pin. Swing and a score for Carrie Ogier. On a spirited rally, Ogier is able to turn away one set point from Central. And the lead is cut to 4 at 24-20. Spartans are out of timeouts. Knights trying to close out this set. You may see that they each have 2, but not seeing that being taken off on the scoreboard tonight. Channing Comer will serve for Fargo North. This will be back set and a double coming up. Central tried to run an aggressive play to the right pin. Probably the right play at that point. But in the long run, a little bit too handsy on the set. Lead cut to 3 at 24-21. Serve coming again to the near side. Miss hit. It's a service error for the Spartans. And the Knights will take home the second set 25-21. And this one's going to go at least 4 tonight as the Knights step in and take home the second set to even the match. And that'll take us to an intermission report brought to you tonight by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. We'll come back with our highlights from set number 2 next. This is our coverage of high school volleyball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school volleyball tonight from Central High School on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Second intermission with the Knights getting a set back and taking home the second 25-21 to tie this up at a set apiece. Our intermission report brought to you again tonight by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine. The Men of Steel. Let's take a look at our second set highlights tonight. They're brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed, proceed.net. And let's not go to football. Let's go to volleyball. Halverson getting started again. Anna Halverson, a big part of their offense for Fargo North, and she got started early in that second set. Spartans ran out to a 4-point lead, but Central started to chip their way back into it. It starts with a Greta Gebhardt block up front. Gebhardt going up, just matching up with Halverson, repulsing that and scoring, which was a big play for Grand Forks Central. And then Sydney Tollefson had a very good second set. You'll see her swing here from the outside. Tollefson coming out and scoring right down the sideline on some of her best contact of the night. And she had a nice intermission, or I should say rather a nice set from that right pin as well. 4 kills for Sydney Tollefson. 3 of them came in that second set. And those are our highlights from set number 2. Brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. Channing Comer will serve for Fargo North. Gebhardt up front takes a block. Central has it back on their side. Now Tollefson getting through traffic, scoring again. Sydney Tollefson has 5. And that is our intermission, brought to you tonight by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. High Plains Water. Find out how the quality of living goes up with a system from High Plains Water. No more scaly buildup around your fixtures. Appliances last longer, better tasting tap water. High Plains Water, get one of their systems as Tollefson tips and scores her 6th. And our intermission report brought to you tonight by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. When it's time to get those repairs done, when you have harvest going on and you know that you cannot afford downtime, Grand Forks Welding and Machine will help you get those repairs done quickly, as an ace is served up for Grand Forks Central from Emily Giroux, her second tonight. Grand Forks Welding and Machine, 1812 Gateway Drive. They are the Men of Steel at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They bring you our intermission report tonight. 3 straight for Grand Forks Central here in the third. The Knights lead 3-0. And here's an attack from Swanson that will get through a touch. Sienna Swanson with 7 kills tonight for Fargo North. Central leads by 2, 3-1 here in this third set. First set went to North handily, 25-13, but Central digs back here on senior night to take the second by 4 at 25-21. Severson passing, Gebhardt up front, getting around some contact. It's run down by Comer. Soleil Berg from the attack line. And really where the Knights have tightened up defensively, they've made a lot more digs. There's a play on the outside from Lauren Reardon. First kill tonight for Lauren Reardon. But where the Knights toughened up, their back row, they've made some big digs. We talked about that in our keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. You see it on your screen for Grand Forks Central. Dig, 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 and that's really where things began to turn around for the Knights. They've dug up some impressive plays from Fargo North in this run, and here's a tip from J.C. Reardon controlling the middle of the net. Reardon with 4 kills. 5-1. Grand Forks Central by 4 in the early stages of the third set tonight. Gebhard serving into the net. 5 service errors tonight for Grand Forks Central. That's not the plan for the Knights, obviously, when they're in that situation. That's not what they're looking for. 5-2, lead cut to 3, and a Halverson to the back row. And this is where Fargo North got caught as a service ace for Anna Halverson that defeats a pancake attempt from Reardon in the back row for Grand Forks Central. But this is where North got caught in set number 2. Halverson in the back row, and Central scored repeatedly with her back there. And that really turned around fortunes in that matchup. Halverson serving again, low line drive, another ace. And just as we talked about the dig for Grand Forks Central, you go back to those keys of the game, again brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. And you can see under Fargo North, use the serve to put Central on a system. Using the serve just in general is what Halverson's done here. Here's another that free balls back over off of that serve. So an aggressive serve from North has been an advantage. But here's a tip by Lauren Reardon, able to run the floor. Reardon spotting something in that back left corner and sending one that way. The Knights push their lead back to 2 at 6-4 on the All-True scoreboard. Scoreboard updates, again brought to you by All-True. Regular screenings with All-True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. A back to get to it for Snowden. Soleil Berg will tip it across. Soleil Berg's been quiet as of late, but here's a joust, and Ogier goes up and swipes the ball. And Carrie Ogier has her 5th kill. And we'll see a couple of changes here for Fargo North. Meredith Pladson, a 5'7" sophomore, going to head to the back row. No, rather she's going to head to the front row. Olivia Hammis will step onto the floor to serve for Fargo North. Central sending the ball to Ori on the outside. Actually, Claire Carr was doing the serving, my mistake. Soleil Berg from the outside defeats contact and scores her 6th. That is a place where Grand Forks Central was able to kind of lock down North. Soleil Berg hasn't had a lot of good swings from that outside spot. Carr serving, Severson the pass. Reardon getting through contact and scoring. Lauren Reardon with 3. Nice side out for Central, 7-6 your score. Now if you're North and you're Andrea Hummel, what you're looking for right here on this rally is an immediate side out. That's what you want. You want to keep rotating. You want to get Anna Halverson closer to coming back into the matchup. You don't want to give Central a chance to run off 3-4 here. So that happened to you in the last set. Ogier free balling one over, Naughton up front, Reardon attacking. A pass from Thiel into a joust that's sent back over by Giroux and returned by Fargo North. Now it's Reardon tipping middle again, and it'll be a score for Reardon and Grand Forks Central. J.C. Reardon with 5 kills to go with 2 blocks tonight. And Central regains a 2-point lead by a score of 8-6. And the Knights will send Lauren Reardon back to serve again. Hard line drive serve, tough pass out of the back row that time for Snowden. It stays back there and North can't return it. Ought to draw that up as an ace for Lauren Reardon. Good aggressive serve for Reardon, makes it 9-6. Central by 3. You run this out to about 5 here, and Andrea Hummel might have to take an early timeout. Halverson still 2 rotations from coming back here. Far side, Pladson getting a chance to swing. Severson dug it up. That could have been a double against Central, but we'll play through it. Tip back across the net by Pladson. Ori from the outside will score. Actually, right side, rather, for Maya Ori. 4 kills for Ori, and again, Central scoring without Halverson in the middle to put a block up right now. It was the way that the Knights grabbed momentum in the second. They're doing it here in the third as well. leading by a score of 10-6. Serve again coming from Reardon. Back set to the right pin. Soleil Berg, they snuck her outside. That's a big play for Fargo North. You saw Andrea Hummel come to her feet and go and address the team before that, and we haven't seen Soleil Berg come to the right side for Fargo North tonight, I don't believe at all. Soleil Berg now going to step back and do the serving for the Spartans, with the Spartans back within 3 at 10-7. Reardon reaching out for the pass. Giroux down the near sideline and scoring. How about Emily Giroux getting into the act on the near side? Giroux with her second kill to go with a couple of aces. Giroux gets overshadowed a little bit with a lot of the hitters that Grand Forks Central has, but Giroux stepping there from an outside spot and scoring, lead back to 4. Severson serving for Grand Forks Central. Ozier right side, got through a hole and scored, lead cut to 3. Moment ago on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, you'll see Emily Giroux sneak to the outside for Central. Kind of hit on the bottom of your screen, got that one and was able to get around contact and went line on it as well. Really nice play by Giroux to get things continued for Grand Forks Central. Big serve here for Fargo North. Second contact, Naughton will tip and score. Jade Naughton with the tip to score. And the Knights will take a 4-point lead back by a score of 12-8. Halverson back on the floor now for Fargo North. And we'll see if the Spartans can get her active, as the Knights will send Rowan Olmstead back to serve. Soleil Berg making the pass. This stays right side. Pladson around some traffic. Piper Severson dove to dig that up, but Giroux mishit the play. Piper Severson has been huge for Grand Forks Central in this run. I mean, really has been key in this run for the Knights. A lot of digs for Grand Forks Central coming from Giroux, or rather I should say from Severson. And as the libero, that's your job. Lead cut to 3. Comer will serve ace. Hit the back line. That could be a big play in the matchup. Channing Comer first scoring tonight of any kind for the Spartans. And the Spartans are back within 2 at 12-10, and that's a ball that if you're Central, you kind of have to play that one. Comer serving again. This time a little bit more forward. Giroux able to step out and make the pass. Gebhard waiting in the middle. Got around a touch up front. Halverson saves it. Hammes will send it over for Fargo North. Central again, near side. The attack from Giroux is long. Point to the Spartans. And the lead for Central down to 1 here in the third set at 12-11. Good crowd on hand for this one tonight. Student sections here for senior night on the near side. Serve on the way from Comer. You can hear him get loud once in a while. Reardon reaches out for the pass. Gebhard is blocked by Halverson. Anna Halverson goes up and gets her second block, and she hasn't been a really active blocker tonight. But that one was a big one for Anna Halverson, as that ties up the second set at 12 apiece. And now the Spartans go looking to serve to get the lead back. And Reardon sends it over on a free ball. Halverson passes, wants it back, tips middle and scores. Anna Halverson now with 6. And a moment ago on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, you'll see Halverson just own the middle here. Central runs a play right to Gebhard. Halverson up to just take it, and boy, that one fell in front of the attack line as well. That's a big man-eating type of block coming from Anna Halverson. 13-12 North by 1. Giroux from the right pin. Covered by North out of their back row. Right side, Swanson swinging away. A step back to get to it for Rowan Olmstead. Aggressive push from Reardon. Sent back on a free ball wide by Soleil Berg. Reardon will come up with a kill. Lauren Reardon with 4. And after 26 rallies on the all-true scoreboard, we're tied at 13. Emily Giroux will step back to do the serving for Central. Giroux's serve. Taken out of the back row by Pladson. Actually, Swanson, rather. No, Swanson attacking from beyond the attack line. It was Hammes that was able to make the play, and Swanson with her 8th kill. And she's been big tonight. Gives us a chance for another game look-in brought to you by Vegan Construction. Designers, builders, engineers. Quality work in the region since 1938. Sienna Swanson, 8 kills. Soleil Berg with 7, but Grand Forks Central taking home the second set. Lauren Reardon, 4. Maya Ori, 4. Sydney Tollefson, 6. And a block here by Tollefson as well to keep this play moving. And that is your game look in, and it's brought to you by Vegan Construction. Designers, builders, engineers, quality work in the region since 1938. Attack touched by Central and sent long. The Spartans will score. And Fargo North now takes a 15-13 lead. Hammes serving down on the back line. Another ace. Third ace tonight for Olivia Hammes. And that's 7 aces tonight for Fargo North. Probably a number that's a bit too high so far for Brandon Walters. Still here in the third set. 16-13 North by 3. Serving the way again. Taken back row, right side. This will be a play by Tollefson, tipping. Back set to the right side for Swanson. That's going to be a double against North. Knights get a break there. Lead cut to 2 at 16-14. And we'll see a change as Fargo North will send Gretchen Snowden back into the matchup for a back row position. 30 rallies into the second set. 2-point Fargo North lead. Serve from Gebhardt. Kept afloat for Halverson. Caught part of the net on the way across. Central playing to it. Swing from Tollefson is down. Sydney Tollefson continues her impressive night for the Knights. Tollefson with 7 kills tonight for Central. It's a 1-point lead for the Spartans here in the third set at 16-15. This is a big moment in the matchup. Gebhardt serving. Line drive towards the back row. Taken by Snowden. Swanson into a block. Nope, 4 contacts. That'll be the call. Jim Stallard, our R2, helping Dale Elfman, our R1, saying that was 4. And it's back to a tie matchup here in the third set at 16 apiece. Match hangs in the balance. Service error, the 6th for Grand Forks Central tonight. Makes it 17-16, Fargo North by 1. 1-point lead for the Spartans here in the third. First set went to Fargo North 25-13, but Central rallied to win the second 25-21. Halverson back to the back row, serving for the moment. Another ace for Anna Halverson. She's had a night. 6 kills, 2 blocks, 3 aces for Anna Halverson. The lead is 2. Knights need a side out to get Halverson off the floor. That's when they've had their success tonight. Halverson serving, and it's a service error. That'll be the 4th against Fargo North. That's a service error that Andrea Hummel will live with, just from the standpoint that you've got a good server on the back line. She's serving aggressively. Maya Ori into the matchup for Central. Jade Naughton will come into the matchup to serve for the Knights. With the Knights down 1. Big opportunity here. Halverson off the floor. That's a jump serve ace for Jade Naughton. And that'll tie it up. Naughton with her first ace tonight. She paints the far sideline, makes it 18 apiece. And we've got a barn burner here in the third. And again, with Tollefson, or rather Halverson, on the sideline for Fargo North. And Soleil Berg struggling on a ball that they can't get across. Point to the Knights makes it 19-18. Fargo North's Andrea Hummel checks the scoreboard. And now, very late, going to call the timeout, I believe. No, did not. Said something to the official and then sat back down. Naughton serving. Snowden with the pass for Fargo North. The attack line, Swanson hit it too long. The point to Central. Halverson in the back row right now for Fargo North, and the Spartans have struggled in this rotation tonight. Hammes will come back into the matchup to replace Gretchen Snowden in the back row. And the Knights are the first to the red zone here in the third, leading 20-18. Another service error, their 7th. Jade Naughton trying to serve aggressively. Meredith Platson will come back into the matchup for Fargo North. Carrie Ozier will go into the back row for the 6-2 change. Lead is 1 at 20-19. Grand Forks Central here in the third set. And we'll see the serve on the way from Claire Carr. Up front, big swing down for J.C. Reardon. 6 kills for J.C. Reardon tonight. The Knights take a 21-19 lead. And a timeout will be taken by Fargo North, with the match perhaps in the balance right now. Spartans call for a stoppage, 21-19. Central by 2 on the All-True scoreboard. We're tied at a set apiece. And we're back with more in a couple of moments. This is our coverage of high school volleyball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
Timeout taken by Fargo North with the Knights leading the Spartans here in the third set. 21-19. We're tied at a set apiece. Pladsen mishit one into the bottom of the net. With Anna Halverson in the back row tonight, Fargo North has just simply struggled. There's no other way to describe it at this point. Lauren Reardon serving for Grand Forks Central. And the Knights have a legitimate chance at a 2-1 lead if they can hold on and side out. Thiel sending over a free ball. Now it's Central out of whack. Lauren Reardon will free ball one back across to Fargo North. Up front, Osier owning the middle. Carrie Osier comes up with her 6th kill tonight. Another rotation before Halverson makes the floor for North. Channing Comer will come back into the matchup. And it looks as though Comer is going to step into a hitter's role. 22-20. And we'll see the serve from Soleil Berg. Severson turned into a good pass. Right side, Ori defeated a block up front. Carr sending it back to Hammes, blocked at the net. Stays on the north side, covered. Soleil Berg, a back row attack and down. Soleil Berg with 8. That's a big back row attack for Berg. Lead trimmed to 1 at 22-21. Huge moments here in the third of this 2-point EDC matchup. Berg serving. Severson backing up to the ball. Second contact by Naughton, covered by Hammes. Pushed across on second contact by Osier. Now it's up front. Reardon swinging, blocked. J.C. Reardon got blocked, stays up front. Reardon tips this time, and a cover by Claire Carr in the middle of the floor, but a mishit off the right pin from Channing Comer. Knights lead 23-21. If you're Central, you need a block right here. Halverson on the floor, next side out. This is where you want this to end. Severson to serve. He's sent back by Soleil Berg. Back set right side, Osier. Severson there to make the pass. Up front, Gebhard pushing. Could have been a double. We'll play through that. Back row again, Soleil Berg. Missed it, just long. Point to Central, and it's set point Knights here in the third. The Knights trying to take a 2-1 lead on Fargo North. Severson serving. Near side of the floor, Berg went down to make the pass. Up front, Ugly on the set. Turns into 4 contacts against North, and the Knights lead 2-1 with back-to-back 25-21 wins to go up 2-1 after 3. That'll take us to our intermission. Our intermission report brought to you again this evening by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. And we're back with our intermission report with some highlights from that third set next. This is our coverage of high school volleyball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network at KNOX Live Sports.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big, without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Intermission report brought to you tonight by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. The Knights take home the third set, 25-21, to lead 2-1. Let's take a look at our highlights from that second set, brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. Big play early for Emily Giroux for Grand Forks Central. Knights took a 4-point lead. Giroux coming to the outside pin and scoring going down the line. Some extra offense for Grand Forks Central tonight. Anna Halverson, when she was in, she was big once again for Fargo North. Halverson again in the middle, goes up and just eats up Greta Gebhard on a big block to win a match in the middle of the net. But Grand Forks Central coming right back tonight. And this will be Lauren, or actually J.C. Reardon, trying to reestablish control of the middle of the net, just defeats a block and scores for Grand Forks Central. Reardon with a big play late to give the Knights some extra momentum. And those are the highlights from set number 3. Brought to you tonight by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. 5 kills, 2 blocks, an ace for J.C. Reardon. 4 kills, a block, and an ace for Lauren Reardon. 7 kills for Sydney Tollefson tonight to lead Grand Forks Central. That's your intermission summary, brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. And in both the second and third sets, where North has broken down, is with Anna Halverson in the back row. They haven't been able to find a way to respond. Giroux again from the outside is down. Emily Giroux will score to get the scoring started in set number 4. And it's a 3-kill night for Giroux and a 1-0 lead for Grand Forks Central. 2 big points on the line tonight in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Serve on the way again, coming from Rowan Olmstead. Back to Severson, long. Actually, Swanson, correction, long. 2-0 in favor of the Knights. Again, we go back to our drive for the title tonight. Brought to you by Toys for Trucks, and you can see worth 2 points tonight. Bottom of your screen, Central 3-10, but Fargo North at 6-6 as the Knights commit a service error. And you drop these 2 points tonight, Fargo North, you're 6-8. You're dropping down into a number 9 spot in the East region, depending upon Valley City's result tonight with Fargo Davies. But you're still dropping down to the final spot in the league this evening, where you've got home court advantage in the opening round. Halverson swinging and scoring. Anna Halverson with 7 kills, 3 aces, and a pair of blocks for Fargo North to tie up this set at 2. Again, for Central, it's a nice 2-point win if you can get it tonight in the league. Doesn't really help your chances a lot. Changes your seed a little bit perhaps at the end of the year, but if you're Fargo North, this becomes a real problem if you drop this one, as Soleil Berg scores her 9th tonight. Soleil Berg with a kill to make it 3-2 Spartans on the all-true scoreboard here in the 4th. Serve on the way, line drive, passed back very near the net. Central can't run a play out of it. Point will go to North. And the Spartans are now up 4-2. Spartans win the 4th. We go the distance tonight. We play all 5. Serve coming up here for Olivia Hammis. Back row, tough pass that time from Giroux. Central able to go back after it though. A free ball from Reardon to send it over. Set middle, Halverson attacking. Severson, big dig out of the back row for Central. Up front, Giroux defeats contact into a free ball joust. It's missed, just missed. Giroux tipped it wide off the near side. And Fargo North takes a 5-2 lead now in the matchup here in the 4th set. Central trying to find some momentum, down 3. Giroux making the pass. It's up front. Gebhard blocked by Halverson. Boy, it's different. Fargo North is just different when Anna Halverson is in the matchup. No way that you can get around it. Fargo North comes out to a big 4-point lead early in a set that they absolutely have to have. They've got to have this set or the match comes to a conclusion. Serve on the way again. Backing up Severson into the pass. Comes to the attack line. Tollefson gets through contact and scores again. Sydney Tollefson with her 8th kill tonight. And the Knights do get a side out to try to swing momentum back their way as they're back within 3 at 6-3. The Knights will step back to serve. Serve coming from the far side by Giroux. Run down back row by Hamas. Swanson up front. A dive again by Piper Severson. Lauren Reardon Tippett. A step up that time by Comer to cover. Soleil Berg from the attack line. Giroux was able to reach out and pass that, but Central did not have the play set. Call didn't come from the setter, and Tollefson was not ready for that set going out to the right pin. An error by the Knights will push that wide. The point will go to Fargo North. Marley Euler into the matchup for Grand Forks Central. Anna Halverson to the back row. And we'll see if North can solve what bothers them with Halverson in the back row once her service rotation comes to an end. Right now, the Spartans trying to build up just as big a lead as they can with her back there at this point. And the lead is 5 at 8-3 in favor of Fargo North. Halverson steps back and sends over another serve for Fargo North. Severson backing up into the pass. Gebhardt free-balled it over. Soleil Berg will make first contact with it. Back row attack for Halverson now. Good cover out of the back row from Rowan Olmsted for Grand Forks Central. Nobody steps into the ball. And Grand Forks Central has to take a timeout as their momentum has really slumped. So a timeout taken by Central, 9-3. Fargo North leads by 6 in the fourth. Central leads at 2-1. Timeout for Big Jim's Tire, your #1 egg tire provider in Grand Forks, and Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. We're back with more in a moment on Central Knights Volleyball.
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Welcome back during the timeout for Fargo North. A tip up front coming off the right side of the floor from Rowan Olmsted. And Grand Forks Central gets one back as they're down 5 by a score of 9-4. Fargo North runs out to a 6-point lead here in the fourth. And now Central will have Anna Halverson on the sideline. Soleil Berg will tip to the middle. Lauren Reardon stepping in. J.C. Reardon, what a swing for J.C. Reardon. That brings the crowd to life tonight as J.C. Reardon, the junior, gets up and puts a hammer on one for Grand Forks Central. Lead cut to 4 at 9-5. Again, these are the rotations tonight where North has had some problems with Anna Halverson. Her position in the back row. Serve dug up by Soleil Berg. It stays to the right pin. Swanson attacking. Free ball back over by Central. Spartans now. Soleil Berg from the outside. Mishit it. Turned out to be a good play, but Lauren Reardon was able to dive and keep it alive. Tollefson attacking. Deep. Hamas backing up to get to that. Soleil Berg back to the net. The free ball went over again. Near side. Another hammering play, this time from Lauren Reardon. Fargo North sent it wide, and the point will go to Central. 5th kill tonight for Lauren Reardon. Central back within 3 by a score of 9-6. Greta Gebhardt goes back to serve for the Knights. Gebhardt stands ready. Serve towards the far side. Soleil Berg was there. Set back to Berg on the outside. Beat contacted, score. Soleil Berg with 10 kills. Very consistent night for Soleil Berg. Sienna Swanson got to big numbers early, but hasn't quite been the steady Eddie that Soleil Berg has been again tonight for Fargo North. And we talked about it in our game fuel tonight. Soleil Berg. She stands out as an undersized player amongst those tall hitters that Fargo North has, but that outside hitter spot has been big tonight. As a play for Sydney Tullifson will score for Grand Forks Central. That will be her 9th. And the lead is again cut to 3 by a score of 10-7. Knights trying to erase what was a 6-point deficit to start this 4th set. It was 9-3 in favor of the Spartans. Serve on the way. Short serve. Reaching out to get it, Olivia Hammes. Back to the right for Berg now. They swing her to the right pin. They've only done that a couple of times tonight. Reardon tipping middle. And a step up for Claire Carr to get to that ball. Soleil Berg back to the outside. And we'll see illegal contact coming up here against Maya Ori trying to cover a block. Point will go to Fargo North. They're back up 4 by a score of 11-7. Soleil Berg will go to the back row and serve for the Spartans. Berg standing ready. Serve on the way back. Lauren Reardon steps into it. J.C. Reardon having to tip middle, and it's down. J.C. Reardon maybe didn't see the set that she was looking for, but has 8 kills tonight. And the Knights are back within 3 again by a score of 11-8. Lauren Reardon will step in to serve for the Knights. Reardon stands ready. Line drive middle. Hammes trying to make the play. Has it back. Hammes will send it over on a free ball. Piper Severson stepped into it. Up front, Joust, and that's won by Carrie Osier. Ball floated, and Osier is going to come up with a block to push the lead back to 4 for the Spartans by a score of 12-8. 30 rallies in. Scoreboard update brought to you by Alltrue. Regular screenings with Alltrue's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit Alltrue.org. Call 780-5000. Giroux attacking. Soleil Berg back row. Back to Hammes. Around traffic. Severson, another impressive dig. This Giroux again. Getting through contact in the middle and scoring. And it starts with the dig that kept that ball alive. And Giroux able to come up with her 4th kill. But I'll tell you what, Piper Severson has been different for Grand Forks Central in sets 2, 3, and 4 compared to where she was in the opener. She's really stepped into her game defensively. Soleil Berg coming up with a pass. Hammes from the outside is long. Point to Central. Knights back within 2, and Anna Halverson is back on the floor now for Fargo North. But the Knights score a point there to cut the one-time 6-point lead to 2. Severson serving again. Berg back row up front. Halverson contacted, touched by Grand Forks Central, keeps it alive. Gebhard turns and attacks the middle with a swipe. Back set to the right pin. That one, where's it at? What's the call? Going to be Fargo North. No call made by the line judge on the far side of the floor, but they'll say it landed in. And that came from the right pin from Channing Comer. Comer will go to the back row now and take up the setter's responsibilities with the lead 13-10 in favor of North. And that's a service error. The 5th of the night for the Spartans. 13-11, lead cut to 2. Knights trying to side out, get Halverson to the back, and then see if they can't make another run here. As we'll see Rowan Olmstead come back onto the floor for Grand Forks Central. Olmstead ready. Serve is deep, playable by Soleil Berg. She missed it, and the lead is cut to 1. Rowan Olmstead with their 2nd ace tonight. And after 25 rallies here in the 3rd, it's 13-12. Central has cut a 6-point lead to 1 here in the 4th. 2 big points on the line tonight here in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Right side, Halverson swinging and scoring. That's a big play for Anna Halverson, who comes up with another kill tonight. That's a way to run the offense for Fargo North. If you're looking to mix Halverson up, she's been in the middle a lot tonight, but there she picks up her 8th kill tonight. 14-12. Fargo North back up by 2, and here's a missed set that lands on the top of the net, comes down. They'll say it hit the antenna, and the point will go to North. Moment ago on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, you'll see a really nice piece of offense here. Halverson running all the way across the attack line, trying to beat the block to that right pin. She does and scores going court wide, and that's a nice play for Halverson in that moment. Now, Grand Forks Central Knights head coach Brandon Walters has asked Jim Stallard to come across the floor and talk with Dale Elfman about that last call. The ball hit the top of the net. He's wondering whether or not it hit the antenna or not and where it came down on the floor. And they're going to confirm that the point goes to Fargo North. Dale Elfman says the ball was out, whether it hit the antenna or landed out. And Olivia Hammes will serve for Fargo North, and it's an ace. Misplayed on the far side of the floor by Giroux. And Olivia Hammes comes up with an ace. And that's her 4th tonight. The lead is back to 4 at 16-12. The Knights fell behind by 6 here in the 4th. Cut the lead to 2, actually to 1 rather. Now played by Piper Severson passing. Gebhardt trying to push middle. Covered by Comer. Comes back to the right side. Swanson going court wide and scoring. Been a while for Sienna Swanson. She's got her 9th. Lead back to 5 for the Spartans at 17-12. And we'll see Olivia Hammes serving again for Grand Forks Central. Serve on, actually for Fargo North. Serve on the way, it's another ace. And all the things that were going well for the Knights are now going poorly. Passing breaking down, defense breaking down. It's become an issue. And a timeout has been taken by Brandon Walters and the Knights. We'll take one as well for Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of egg tires in the region. And Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. This is Knights Volleyball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network.
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Fargo North matches their biggest lead of the 4th set, 18-12 over Grand Forks Central. Tollefson blocked but blocked wide. Sydney Tollefson with her 10th kill tonight. And it's 18-13. Grand Forks Central back within 5. Tollefson has had contributions throughout the night for Grand Forks Central. But the Knights now down 5, needing a big comeback effort here. Here's a free ball return that will land on a broken play, and Central just has not had the type of chemistry here in the 4th set that they had in the 2nd and 3rd. A couple of those balls have landed tonight. We'll see Marley Euler come back into the matchup for Central. Anna Halverson back to the back row. She's been an aggressive server when back there tonight, but puts this one to the net. It's the 6th service error of the night for Fargo North. So does that open the door for Central with Halverson off the floor? Can they work their way back into this one and try to force a little bit more of a tight situation here in this 4th set with the Knights leading 2-1? Gebhardt serving up front, big swing by Ogier, but a pass from Euler, and now Euler gets it back, sends one over from the attack line. Soleil Berg from the outside tipping. A pancake by Reardon kept it afloat, sent back over by Greta Gebhardt. Back to Berg. Berg gets blocked, covers her own. Fargo North has it to the right pin for Swanson. And now Gebhardt trying to step in the pass, could not. Swanson comes up with a kill. Swanson with her 10th. And the lead is back to 6 at 20-14, Fargo North. 6-point lead for the Spartans. They're in the red zone. 1st to 20, brought to you by RBB Electric. On call, on time, and online at rbbelectric.com. Claire Carr will serve, and it's long. 7th service error for North. They've become perhaps a bit more than just simply aggressive when it comes down to their serving in this 4th set. They've kind of ran out to a handful of additional errors here. Lead cut to 5 at 20-15. Serve on the way from Jade Naughton. Comer tipping, and Naughton can't get to it. It'll be a tip kill for Channing Comer. Be her 2nd kill tonight. Lead back to 6 at 21-15. Fargo North trying to force the 5th tonight. And the serve on the way from Soleil Berg. Up front, big play by Reardon. Swinging into that one. Covered on the attack line. Soleil Berg will send it from the back row, and a back row attack by Fargo North. Back to Ori, tipping. Turn in the middle for Claire Carr to cover it. Soleil Berg out of the back row to send it over. Back up front, J.C. Reardon beat a block and scores. 9 kills tonight for J.C. Reardon. And we'll see a substitution for the Knights as Emily Giroux will come back into the matchup with a lead cut to 5. 21-16. Do the Knights have enough in them to score with Fargo North here? Score 3 or 4, put some doubt into this one. Ogier blocked at the net, and it's down. J.C. Reardon comes up with her 3rd block tonight. North's lead down to 4 at 21-17. Next couple of rallies could be big. I don't know that Coach Hummel would take a timeout if she loses another, but maybe after that. Reardon serving to the middle. Soleil Berg making the pass. Comes back right side. Ogier, not exactly what she was looking for on a set. J.C. Reardon blocked at the net. It's covered, tipped to the middle. A turn by Ogier covered it. Swung out to the right side. This is punched across the net. I think Central wanted that ball to be called out. Ori will go court wide, and Claire Carr makes first contact. Back to the right, and a block against Olivia Hammis' swing. Now a tip from North that's free balled back over by Central. Comes back to the right pin, swing coming from Comer. Piper Severson steps into that. It'll be set to the attack line for Giroux, who has to play it over in a free ball fashion. Back to Hammis, tipping. That's blocked, and it's down. And Central will get credit for a block from Maya Ori. Second block for Ori of the night. 21-18. Lead cut to 3. Central serving again. Lauren Reardon ready to serve. Taken up by Hammis off the far sideline. She wants it back from the outside. Swings and scores. Olivia Hammis calling her own number. And she hasn't been huge offensively tonight, but that's a big aggressive play for Olivia Hammis that now puts Anna Halverson back on the floor for Fargo North. Could be a huge turnaround in the matchup. 22-18. The lead now 4 once again for Fargo North. Reardon steps back to make a pass. That was a double that didn't get called. And there's a swing from J.C. Reardon to score. I think Fargo North gave up on that because there was a lot of sticky play on that set. I think they thought they were going to get a whistle, and they just didn't. So, 22-19. Central back within 3. And a serve coming from Piper Severson. Hammis is able to get to it. Halverson trying to push. Naughton got a piece of it. Severson came over to get a piece of it. Ori will save it, stays alive. Halverson in the middle. That's touched and down for Halverson. Halverson another kill. She's got 9. Lead to 4 for the Spartans at 23-19. So right now is the time for Grand Forks Central if the Knights are going to put a halt to this in 4. Otherwise, we're going the decisive set tonight, set 5. Giroux stepping into the pass. Gebhard tipping middle. A step up to cover that for Grace Thiel. Back row attack, Soleil Berg. Covered off the near side of the floor by Reardon. Actually, Gebhard gets blocked to the net by Halverson. That's her 4th block tonight. And it's set point for the Spartans to try to send us to 5. Channing Comer will step back to serve for Fargo North. Comer's serve into the net. Lead cut to 4. This will bring Sydney Tollefson back into the matchup for Grand Forks Central. And Rowan Olmstead will go back to serve for the Knights. They need 4 in a row to try to keep a 4-set night alive for the Knights. Olmstead serve, pretty good one. Thiel stepped into the pass. It's back set to Halverson. Ball was behind her, but she was able to do something with it. Severson trying to run down a loose ball. Central sent it into the rafters. That will be a point for Fargo North. Halverson will get the kill, and we're going to the 5th in this one tonight. So we'll play to the 5th set. 25-20 is your score in the 4th. Fargo North wins it. We go to the 5th set tonight, and we'll have it for you coming up next on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with Harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Intermission report brought to you tonight by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. Fargo North gets one back in the fourth set, 25-20, to make it a 2-2 matchup as we go to the decisive set, the fifth set tonight. A couple of highlights from that fourth set, and our highlights brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. Hannah Halverson, J.C. Reardon. Couple of big players in this one. This is Reardon getting to the middle and just putting one down, probably her best swing that she had tonight. But Anna Halverson can come back with a swing of her own. We'll get you this one again, folks. Still got a couple of technical issues that worked themselves out from when we had some problems with our gear in the past. And again, highlights brought to you by Proceed. Need seed, think Proceed. This will be Anna Halverson in your screen on this one tonight. They swing her all the way to the right side of the floor, trying to disguise where she can come from. She can hit you with so many angles tonight. And again, those are your highlights from that set, brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. Intermission report. Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, ready to limit your downtime and get you back into action quickly with all the repairs that you need to make at 1812 Gateway Drive in Grand Forks. The Men of Steel at Grand Forks Welding and Machine, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. With a system from High Plains Water, the quality of living goes up around your home. Cleaner laundry with less detergent. No more scaly buildup around your fixtures. Better tasting tap water. You'll drink more when you've got better tasting tap water. And of course, we're talking about appliances that last longer to save you money at High Plains Water. So it's the race to 15. Fargo North will serve to go to this fifth set. Greta Gebhardt attacking and scoring, and it's 1-0 Grand Forks Central. Gebhardt with 4 kills. She's been kind of quiet as of late in this one, so getting Greta Gebhardt going in the middle of that net early, important for Grand Forks Central. 2 points on the line tonight in the Eastern Dakota Conference standings. Serve on the way by Giroux. Taken back row, and that'll be a double coming up against Comer, and she knew it. Point will go to Central, makes it 2-0. Again tonight, drive for the title. You see what's on the line here for those of you on KNOX Live Sports. North drops this one. They're in a quagmire, and home court advantage in the play-in round of the EDC tournament comes into some question at some point, so they're playing for a lot here this evening. A tip down the middle for Fargo North. Soleil Berg comes up with a kill. 11 tonight for Soleil Berg. And North gets their first of the fifth to make it 2-1 in favor of the Spartans, or rather in favor of the Knights. And the serve on the way from Hammes. Low line drive. Lauren Reardon was there. Back to the right side. Tollefson defeats a block and scores. Get it back to Sydney Tollefson. 11 kills for Tollefson. She has been an X factor tonight for Grand Forks Central. She has been really, really good for the Knights tonight on that outside. 13 kills this evening to lead the way for Sydney Tollefson. opening up a little bit more offense for Central when the middle is the middle for the Knights. Thiel stepping back, Swanson attacking. Gebhardt steps into a play for Central. Reardon gets through a touch and scores. Lauren Reardon comes up with a play. And Central will make it a 4-1 lead here in the fifth. Hasn't been a big active night for Lauren Reardon tonight, but 6 kills. And that one's a big one for Reardon from the outside. Serve from Gebhardt, line drive, Thiel diving at it to get to it. Soleil Berg saves it, be sent over by Comer. Up front, misplay that time between the setter, Rowan Olmstead, and J.C. Reardon. Reardon didn't get the swing she was looking for. Lead cut to 2. 4-2 in favor of Grand Forks Central on the all-true scoreboard in the fifth. Tied at 2 sets apiece, and the way this started tonight, it didn't look good for Central. Since then, it's been an absolute war. Really good volleyball between these two. North sends in Emery Summers, one of those junior varsity players. Tollefson gets blocked and sends it back over with her left hand. And now we'll see a tip coming from Carrie Osier for Fargo North. Back to the near side. Reardon through contact again. Lauren Reardon steps up and scores. 7 kills for Lauren Reardon tonight. Central with a 5-2 lead here in the fifth. And another defensive change here for Fargo North as they'll send Grace Thiel back on the floor. As they make a substitution, they sent Emily Summers out to serve, and that's the position for Halverson. So they're going to run Halverson back out there so they can get Thiel, their passer, back into the matchup. Good hard serve this time coming from Olmstead. Soleil Berg tipping. Should be a legal contact here. No whistle, but in the long run, Fargo North will score. Boy, I'll tell you what. I've guessed incorrectly tonight based on what we've seen in this one. I thought I've seen a couple of more doubles and perhaps in that situation some prolonged contact. They let it play though. Lead cut to 2 at 5-3. And we'll see Claire Carr come back in to serve and set for Fargo North. Long run for Jade Naughton to get to this. Lauren Reardon attacking middle. Run down back row. Osier tipping. Tipped it wide. And the point's going to go to Central. Make it 6-3 Knights. Andrea Hummel talking to Soleil Berg. Are they going to send Berg over to talk? I think they're going to talk about whether or not that ball was touched. Dale Elfman, our R1, is going to call his line judges over. And I believe that's what the conversation is about, is whether or not they saw a touch. And they did not. And now Soleil Berg is going to come over, and a visibly frustrated Andrea Hummel has asked Soleil Berg to come and talk with Dale Elfman, and I believe the conversation is about whether or not that ball was touched. Soleil Berg will head back over to the sideline and talk things over with Andrea Hummel. And this is working as sort of a quasi timeout for Fargo North, if nothing else. 6-3, Grand Forks Central by 3 in the fifth. 2 sets to 2, obviously. Lauren Reardon serving. Tough piece of contact coming from Fargo North. Back onto the Central side. Tollefson attacking, hit the back line. Sydney Tollefson with 12 kills tonight. And Central takes a 7-3 lead, and it's a timeout for Fargo North. So the Knights leading 7-3 in the fifth, tied at 2 on the all-true scoreboard. We have a timeout for Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks, and Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of egg tires in the region. Back with more in a moment as we continue with our coverage of high school volleyball.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to action out of the timeout. Grand Forks Central digging a ball. Tollefson gets blocked. team-up effort between Soleil Berg and Carrie Osier out of the Fargo North timeout. And a little bit more urgency now on the Fargo North sideline. 7-4. Central had led by 4, 7-3 here in the fifth to send us to the stoppage. Soleil Berg to the back row to serve. And Berg stands ready. Serve on the way. Lauren Reardon making the pass. It's a good one. Set middle. Tip from J.C. Reardon. A dive to cover that up by Claire Carr. Comer will send it over standing for Fargo North. Two-tempo try that's blocked by Osier. Back to Tollefson. Over traffic, but missed the far sideline. Lead cut to 2 at 7-5. Post-game report on the way. We'll go through some of the highlights that we have in this one for you. Stay with us for that. Serve on the way. Tough pass from Grand Forks Central. They'll save it. J.C. Reardon sends it over. Osier steps into a pass of sorts, and Hammes will tip. Jade Naughton with first contact. And now Maya Ori attacking the middle. Thiel made the pass there. Osier attacking and scoring. Carrie Osier now with 7 kills tonight. A couple of moments ago on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Another big play for Sydney Tollefson tonight for Grand Forks Central. Waiting for her number to get called, just going deep and finding that line for Grand Forks Central. But it's a different match now. Fargo North out of the timeout has made it a 1-point fifth set. A play by Giroux. That's partially touched by Fargo North. Stays back row. Soleil Berg and Piper Severson steps into a play. Ori free balls it back over. Play up front and a missed set. That's going to be called a double, I believe. It will. And the point will go to Central. 8-6. Central makes the turn here in the fifth set. Again, it's a race to 15 here in the fifth. 2-point lead for Grand Forks Central. Severson will serve. Sidewinder taken back row by Grace Thiel. Back set right side. Osier hammers. That's a big play for Carrie Osier. Osier with 8 kills tonight. That time on the right pin, and that brings Anna Halverson back into the matchup. 15 rallies in. It can't be closer than 8-7, and that's what we have on the all-true scoreboard here in the fifth between Central and North. Serve on the way. Piper Severson's pass. Naughton will tip on second contact and score. Jade Naughton didn't have any choices. Had to tip on that one and found a soft middle. And the Knights lead 9-7. Sydney Tollefson comes back into the matchup now for Grand Forks Central. And Rowan Olmstead will go to the back row to serve for the Knights. Olmstead with a line drive serve. Soleil Berg steps into the pass up front. Anna Halverson attacking. Central pinballs one around but sends one back over. It was played by Severson out of the back row. Little tip by Hammes. Severson steps into it. Central can't save it. Hammes with the tip. We'll cut it to 1 once again at 9-8 here in the fifth. What a night for volleyball this evening. 2-point EDC matchup, 2 big wins on the line, the only meeting between North and Central all year. And we're in the fifth as Channing Comer will serve for the Spartans. Serve taken back row. Near side little floater from Tollefson. Covered by Thiel. Back row attack. Soleil Berg took something off of that. Tollefson reached out to make the play. And it's Giroux getting around contact. Berg back row, back sets, and Swanson put it into the net. An error that will get Central to 10. 10-8, Grand Forks Central by 2. J.C. Reardon is on the bench right now for Grand Forks Central. They'd like to have her back. Giroux serving. Line drive serve. Taken back row by Hammes. She wants it. Hammes sending it. Severson reached out to make the pass. It's tipped on second contact. North back to Hammes. That's kind of a broken play. Hammes went after the middle. Up front, Gebhard tipping. Cover by Comer. Stays in the back row. Soleil Berg has her choice. Severson goes down to make the pass on Berg's attempt. Tollefson court wide. Sent up into the seats. Tollefson will get the kill. 13 kills for Sydney Tollefson. Andrea Hummel going to take the second timeout for Fargo North with the lead 11-8 in favor of the Knights. It's a timeout for Big Jim's Tire. Big Jim's Tire is your #1 supplier of ag tires in the region. Big Jim's Tire ready to keep you rolling throughout this harvest season. And our timeouts are brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround. Family-owned promotional shop in Grand Forks. You'll find them on Demers. And they've got great products, including promotional items. If you're going to a trade show, you need signage for your yard to go along with the apparel that they have. They'll get that done for you fast at Apex Apparel in Grand Forks. They bring you our timeouts along with Big Jim's Tire. 3-point lead for Central out of the timeout. This is a huge rally. Can the Knights take the momentum thoroughly in their control and win that first one out of the stoppage? The serve is into a joust, or sent back in a joust. North has it back. They'll leave it up for Soleil Berg, but she can't attack. It made her go bump the attack line. Pushed deep by Central trying to catch Berg out of position. Halverson will tip, and it's sent back by Tollefson of Central. Back row attack for Soleil Berg. The dig coming back from Rowan Olmsted to the back row. Now Olmsted has to free ball one across. Halverson gets it, wants it back. She's blocked at the net. Greta Gebhard comes up with a huge block for Grand Forks Central. Gebhard with one of the biggest plays of the night. It's her third block tonight. 12-8, Grand Forks Central by 4. A step back again for Giroux to serve. Good hard serve at 8 up Soleil Berg. Off to the far side, Hammes gets through a touch from Grand Forks Central. The Knights with it to the outside. Reardon down the sideline. That will score. 8 kills for Lauren Reardon. And the Knights within 2 of a big upset in the Eastern Dakota Conference tonight, leading 13-8 in the 5th. Serve again coming from Giroux. Floating back row, taken by Hammes. It'll come back to Hammes, but once again she had to step above the attack line. Couldn't get a swing on it. Tollefson from the outside long. Point goes to North. We haven't seen many errors in this 5th set on the attacks from Central. They've been put back in play, but we haven't seen a lot of errors. Those can be turning point type of plays as well. Serve from Hammes, and this is the best rotation for North up front now. Gebhard tipping. Soleil Berg up front with Halverson. Berg gets one back and tips into it and scores. Soleil Berg with 12. Brandon Walters might be thinking about a timeout here. Doesn't want to call one yet. The lead down to 2 at 13-10. Serve on the way again from Hammes. Severson can't make the pass. It's an ace. And now a timeout will be taken by Grand Forks Central. So the Knights will call for timeout with their lead down to 2 at 13-11. Another timeout for Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of egg tires in the region. At Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround, promotional shopping Grand Forks. Tomorrow night, we're back at it. KNOX Radio, KNOX Live Sports tomorrow night. It's football on the east side of the river. East Grand Forks will take on Detroit Lakes in the regular season finale for the Green Wave. And on Thursday, huge matchup coming up in Grand Forks at Cushman Field. Grand Forks Red River, West Fargo Horace. That's #1 versus #2 in the East region. #1 versus #2 in the state, according to the latest polls. And we'll have that for you, KNOX Radio. Rather, let me make a correction on that. That will be on 1590 AM, 95.7 FM, along with KNOX Live Sports coming up on Thursday night. 5:30 pre-games each of the next 2 nights. Olivia Hammes will serve for Fargo North out of the Central timeout. Severson making a pass. It'll be set by Olmsted. Tollefson off a touch that found the back line. And it's match point for Grand Forks Central as Sydney Tollefson has her 14th kill tonight for Grand Forks Central. Central 14, North 11 in the 5th. Post-game highlights, player awards on the way. And Central will send Julia Bibby back on the floor to serve. Looping serve back row, first contact, Soleil Berg. Berg up and over traffic, Central can't save it, it's down. Soleil Berg with 13 kills tonight. Well, this will bring Greta Gebhard to the back row, she'll come out. So it's J.C. Reardon that's there. If you're gonna win this on a block, Sydney Tollefson still on the floor from a pin. Emery Summers to serve for Fargo North. Deep serve, it's an error, and the point and the match will go to Grand Forks Central, and the Knights win it. The Knights win it tonight 15-12 in the fifth. And your final score on our all-true scoreboard will be Central 3, Fargo North 2, 13-25, 25-21, 25-21, 20-25, 15-12 in the fifth. The Knights will improve to 5-10 in the East region. North will fall to 6-8 in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Big upset tonight for Grand Forks Central. We'll come back with our post-game report next, so stay with us. This is our coverage of high school volleyball on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop in to Jarrell's and Hockey World. ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
To life.
We welcome you to our post-game report tonight here on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports this evening. A little bit of a screen difficulty there. I apologize, folks. Central wins tonight. An upset victory for Grand Forks Central as they defeat the Fargo North Spartans tonight by a final score of 3-2. Your final score on the All-True scoreboard tonight will be Central 3, North 2, 13-25, 25-21, 25-21, 20-25, 15-12. With the win tonight, Grand Forks Central will improve to a record of 5-10 in the Eastern Dakota Conference this evening. And with the loss, Fargo North will drop to 6-8 inside the league this evening. Take a look at a couple of the highlights that we have for you tonight in this one, as we kind of have to watch what's going on down at the scorer's table. I think they're about to break some of our equipment tonight, and that's unfortunate. We've got somebody going on down there. Folks, we gotta make sure that I don't know. There's some issues tonight. I apologize for that, folks. Post-game report brought to you by Spring Advantage. We're always in such a hurry to get out of here, and we don't really just take some time, and that's the. I mean, I know it's a late night and things like that, but we got to be careful around some of that equipment stuff that's going on down there. So I have to watch that rather closely here. So Spring Advantage, everything you need for spraying an application on your farm. The difference between Spring Advantage and their competitors is that Spring Advantage has what you're looking for in stock: tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain carts, seed tenders. 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spring Advantage, make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. Looks like we got that sorted out down there. And our post-game report brought to you by Lake Region State College in Devils Lake. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Precision agriculture, law enforcement, nursing, just a few of the careers you can supercharge your way into at Lake Region State College. Get done in 2 years and start earning, or go to 4, and you'll be able to get out there and continue your educational career anywhere that you need to go in the North Dakota system. Let's take a look at just a few of the highlights that we have for you tonight. Our highlights brought to you by Proseed. Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net. Big night tonight for Fargo North's big player up front, Anna Halverson. Halverson put together a nice combo night. Here she is on the front row tonight for Halverson, coming up with a big play there. And then she was big later in the matchup tonight as well, running a ball all the way across the floor. This was fun to watch for Halverson, swinging back out to the near side and going to the right pin when that really wasn't expected of her a lot here tonight. But a couple of big plays down the stretch in this one tonight. Probably the defensive play of the night coming in the 5th set. You're going to see Greta Gebhard come up with that 5th set on the line and just take Halverson out with a big block that goes into the back row tonight. That was huge for her, really good to see. But really the player of the night was Sydney Tollefson for Grand Forks Central, is going to finish unofficially with 14 kills. Here she was on the outside part of the floor. She had a big night tonight from the right side. And Lauren Reardon, a really nice night tonight as well for Grand Forks Central. But in the long run, those are the players that made some things happen tonight. And Grand Forks Central gets the win. Again, those are our highlights tonight. Brought to you by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net. Again, final scores tonight. 13-25, 25-21, 25-21, 20-25, 15-12. Sydney Tollefson, 14 kills unofficially to lead the way. J.C. Reardon with 10 kills and 3 blocks this evening to help lead the way. Lauren Reardon with 8 kills, a block, and an ace tonight. Greta Gebhard with 3 blocks that were huge and 4 kills this evening for Grand Forks Central. Soleil Berg had 13 kills unofficially tonight for Fargo North. Anna Halverson comes up with 10 kills to go with 3 blocks and 3 aces this evening. Halverson, a very nice night. Sienna Swanson, 10 kills tonight as well for Fargo North, but the Knights win this one by a final of 3-2. We'll come back with our post-game awards. Stay with us for that. That's up next here on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. We're back with more in a moment.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Franzen Bank and Trust.
Post-game report, once again, you can hear the leaf blowers. They want us out of here, so apparently we got to get out fast. Our post-game report brought to you tonight by Spray Advantage and Lake Region State College as the Knights come up with a big win tonight to move to 5-10 in the Eastern Dakota Conference with a 3-2 win this evening over Fargo North, 13-25, 25-21, 25-21, 20-25, 15-12 this evening. Again, this one worth 2 wins in the Eastern Dakota Conference tonight, and these were pre-match standings that came in. Central's going to move themselves to 5-10, and if Valley City got beat tonight by Fargo Davies, which was the likely result, Central's going to be ahead of Valley City for that number 9 spot in the Eastern Dakota Conference, and that gives them perhaps a winnable route to get into the East Region Tournament, moving into that number 9 spot tonight. It's a huge win for Grand Forks Central to upset Fargo North this evening, and it's worth 2, which means that if they get into a 3-way tie somewhere, well, they're going to have at least 2 wins over Fargo North here tonight, which is absolutely huge for Central in positioning, and for North, they're going to drop into the standings in a really, really tough spot this evening. So again, our post-game report tonight brought to you by our friends at Spray Advantage and Lake Region State College. Let's give you our player awards before we head on out of here. First of all, our Player of the Game award brought to you tonight by PS Garage Doors, where the number to call is 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR for PS Garage Doors in Devils Lake and Grand Forks. And tonight, that's got to be Sydney Tollefson. 14 kills this evening for Sydney Tollefson. Just had a great night tonight for Grand Forks Central. Here you'll see her again on one of the rare times where she slid to the straight outside. She's an opposite hitter, but they were able to run some varied offense for her tonight. Sydney Tollefson getting into a really nice spot there. Great night tonight for Tollefson. She'll be our Player of the Game award winner. And our final award will be the Finest Auto Trim Finest Cover of the Game, brought to you by Finest Auto Trim. Big or small, they cover it all. You can find Finest Auto Trim for recovering your vehicle seats, your boat seats, or for make custom covers for things you protect outside. Find them at 2201 Demers in Grand Forks. And, you know, a couple of places for that one to go tonight. This was really the defensive play of the game late tonight. This is Greta Gebhard. Gebhard goes up and blocks Anna Halverson at the net, and this is deserving of finest cover of the game type stuff this evening. That's a huge play for her. However, without having the numbers to go to tonight, that award has got to go out to Piper Severson, who was the libero tonight for Grand Forks Central, because when she stepped up her game, the game stepped up with her tonight, and the match stepped up with her. She was a pivotal part of turning around that 13-25 loss in the first set and helping Grand Forks Central win this thing tonight. So that award will go out tonight to Piper Severson, our Finest Auto Trim, finest cover of the game this evening, brought to you by Finest Auto Trim. And that's going to do it for our coverage of volleyball tonight. What a night this evening. 3-2 is the final score in this one tonight. Central gets the win in a big upset. Again, tomorrow we have Detroit Lakes at East Grand Forks in high school football with a 5:30 pregame report. And then on Thursday, we'll have West Fargo Horace and Grand Forks Red River in number 1 versus number 2 in the state. That's going to be a huge matchup coming up on Thursday night. Join us for that coming up on Thursday night as well. Again, both of those pregames will be at 5:30. So both pregames 5:30 and 6 o'clock will be the kickoffs for both of those coming up the next couple of nights. So join us for those and what should be a great week of sports. Until then, we'll say so long. Our thanks to Finest Auto Trim, and our thanks to PS Garage Doors for our player awards, the post-game report, and our thanks to our premier sports partners, Rivard's Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks, and our thanks to our friends at Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks. I'd love to spend more time with you. They're shooing us out of the gym. We got to get out of here, so we'll do so. We'll be joining our friends with America at Night coming up next, so join us for that here on KNOX Radio. Thank you for joining us tonight on KNOX Live Sports.
Trying to get those last-minute projects done before freeze-up even has Chad so busy he couldn't do this ad. So here comes Robin to save the day. Hello, this is Robin with RBB Electric. Digging trenches or burying underground wire into the earth isn't for amateurs. Don't rely on your cousin Andrew to come over with his pickaxe and old wooden-handled garden shovel to dig before it starts to freeze. Just contact RBB Electric for any underground work you need done before freeze-up. RBB Electric with offices